Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B98 9HF. Good luck and happy jewellery making!
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at JewelleryMaker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
When you place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new jewellery maker hobby.
The early bird catches the worm. Don't miss out on your chance to grab our amazing early bird offers at 9 AM on weekday mornings. Catch them while you can.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
There are 2 easy ways to purchase from JewelleryMaker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the front page. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, you simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to you. I want to say a big apology to Sheila and Jenny for the rabble. The rabble in the background was myself and Eleanor and a lovely lady called Barbara. And what's the lady running the course again? Angela. Angela, beautiful Angela. She's running the business course. And then Angela met Laura, and it was like a big party, wasn't it, out there? So the noise levels got a bit high, and of course at the same time we were looking at beautiful jewellery. So I do apologise for the rabble noise in the background, but it was us. Very good afternoon to you. We have designer inspiration with the fabulous wirework designer herself, the gorgeous Laura Binding. Good afternoon, my darling. I think you say good afternoon because we used to say good evening, good night.
It's really cool, isn't it?
So we've got 2 fantastic projects that we're going to follow through from start to finish with Laura, and of course drawing on her talents as a wirework designer. And the theme this week, or today rather, is rock chic. So that's the element we're going down, and we've got some extras that we can add to it. So hence the fantastic wirework bundle. We've got our top 10, of course. We've got a bit of Botswana brilliance. Oh yes, especially for Fifi. And hiya Kevin, hello to Kevin Hodge as well. You wanted me to say hi. And we've also got a fantastic showstopper star by Baby Owl, whatever you want to call it. Here it is. We are talking 125 to 130. Let me just check my notes is right. Of tanzanite. You've got a 65 carat there, you've got a 45 carat there, a 35 carat there, and a 25 carat there. I know, look at that. Now, we are normally thinking of close to £100 for this bundle, but today we are going to bring you a fantastic star buy. Now, I will talk more about tanzanite, but that is 4 very exceptional strands. And I don't know if you were with myself and Linda on Saturday. I don't know if we've got it, but there is the most amazing tanzanite necklace that Linda made out of a few tanzanites. Would you? That would be brilliant because it's a beautiful drape necklace with loads of silver findings in it. It was just stunning. But first off, let's get started. I've got super duper bundles as well. And don't forget the last hour of the show, everything under £10. Here we go. Now, This is gorgeous. And there's a lot in today's show that we can integrate with this, or of course we can upgrade as well if you like, or add to. So this is called, what is this called? Designer Inspiration Obelisk Necklace. Obelisk. Here we go. So we have our gorgeous copper wire here, because of course it's Laura, and we've got it in the 0.8 gauge, and that is 10 meters, and we've got 15 meters of the 0.25 gauge. Now Laura will be explaining the virtues of both of those gauges, 0.8 and 0.25, but we've deliberately gone for two very different gauges there to provide two very different effects. So you've got 15 meters of the 0.25, and you've got 10 of the 0.8, which I know is our designer favorite. Added to that, we've also got the gemstones. Now I'm just waiting for them to come up on the screen here, just so I can give you the carat weights, because these are my pear drops, and they're such a rich dark bottle green, almost like the malachite green but without the banding. I'm thinking a beautiful agate or a jasper. Yeah, these are my pears actually. They're actually a dark green coloured quartz. They are 125 carats, 13 by 9 millimeter. In fact, if I hadn't have seen the quartz, I would have actually jumped to the conclusion that that was jasper there, or agate. But I do have both of those in here. I have the 6 millimeter ocean agate rounds, 90 carats. So we're really thinking of your autumnal colours, but spicing it up with that rose-coloured copper wire as well. Now the ocean agate here, as you can see, we've got the greens, the browns, the creams, just a stunning array of patterns and colours. Added to that, we've also got, and this is what's going to feature in the, sort of the obelisk design, are our fancy jasper beads. Now look at these shapes. They really lend themselves. Do you know what they remind me of? Gents' ties on the washing line, don't they? Ties on the peg. They're that lovely tie shape. But these are 32 millimeters by 12 millimeters, 190 carats. So stunning, very distinctive. Like I said, they are that tie shape, but you've got reds, you've got dark green, bottle green, sort of a lighter sort of lime green there, sort of a very mottled pattern. I mean, that tie there is a bit paisley, and they're flat on the underside as well, but as you can see, the faceting draws to a heightened conclusion there, so we get that lovely luster and that very distinctive faceting on the gems themselves. So they're your 3 gemstone strands in the kit with the wire. But added to that, because it is a full kit with all the components that you need to get started, we've got your monofilament, your clear elastic, and your golden beading thread, because of course this is called your golden obelisk designer inspired kit. Now in the kit as well, we've got the findings. Now we've got our rose gold plated sterling silver findings as well. So let's just get these out, because these are silver but with rose gold plating, so really high end. You know, you've got that copper in your gold alloy, getting it that copper color. The chain is stunning. That's 8 inches of heart-shaped silver chain. That is both silver but with the rose gold plating. So you get your actual heart-shaped chain there. Sorry, forgive me, I'll just readdress that, 7 inches. I just want to readdress that, 7 inches. We've also got a rose gold plated lobster claw, the silver rose gold plated round toggle clasp that you see there. We've also got the crimp beads, 10 of your crimps. And with the crimps, you also get 10 of your crimp ball covers. You've got the lobster claw, like I said, 3 jump rings that are 5 millimeter. And then you've got 10 head pins that are 4 centimeters with the ball head pin there, silver with the rose gold plating, and you get 2 pairs of shepherd hook earrings that are silver with the rose gold plating as well. But that heart chain is just deluxe beauty. So this is code BFGC60. It's called our obelisk necklace. Now to buy all of these components separately, you would be looking for as much as $47.95. I say as much, but actually it's a very low cost because of course there is a lot of silver with the rose gold in there, in terms of your findings. And then of course 3 very ample gemstone strands, 2 very ample spools of your copper coloured wire, 15 metres and 10 metres. So £48 if you don't mind me rounding up the couple of pence there. But today we are going to bring it to you for a fantastic economic price of $34.95. I know it should be £48, but of course by taking that £13 off, we're thinking of you being able to get the wire coiling gizmo later, or some other coloured wires, like mixing your metals are very popular at the moment, the golds and the bronzes. And don't forget, forgive me, I am obsessed with this Tanzanite offer coming up, but I'm just thinking of just little Tanzanites hanging from a rose gold silver bracelet. How beautiful. We'll find Linda's necklace. It is stunning. And she just placed a few drops. And those with earrings. just 2 of those. Let's get out our shepherd hook. So we can use this kit as is, which is Laura's remit, of course. And we are going to spend time with Laura. But let me just plant the seed. A pair of drop Tanzanite earrings. What would that set you back with those prices rising right now? And you've got the shepherd hooks in there, and those silver rose gold to make those. Because of course we can use it all separately, of course. Now, let's go and see Laura. Let's see what she's made. This will inspire you further, hopefully, new jewellery makers, because don't forget as well, you get your free DVD and you get started booklet. I've just realised something. Oh, it's all right, everybody. Crisis averted. I thought I'd lost the jug. I found it, the jug of gin. Barbara was worried about me there for a minute. I thought I'd lost the jug. I really had palpitations there, Laura. I realised. Right. We're going to go from start to finish, aren't we, my love? But you've actually made 3 fantastic pieces.
Yes, and I've just quickly plaiting a bit of the beading thread
Marvellous.
just to put a chain on the necklace.
Fantastic. So
the pendant.
This is the pendant Laura is talking about. Oh wow, I love this. You've actually coiled and then the wire and then done wrap. Oh. Let me show you what I'm whittering on about here. This is beautiful. The effect is gorgeous. Yeah. The checkerboard effect. You're clever girl.
It looks so pretty.
Doesn't it?
It's just simple.
Can you see that?
But it just looks really pretty up against the...
And that's with the 0.25, isn't it?
With the 0.25, and the advantage of using the 0.25 is that it, because we often discuss this in the wirework class, the 0.25 makes it look more flush against the actual wire, so it makes it blend in more smoother.
Right.
So it almost looks like it could be the same, like a whole piece.
Right.
If you're using the 0.4, it's chunkier, so it's going to... be more raised.
Yes,
and so it's preference as to what look you want. But I quite like the flushed, almost as a one piece.
And hence the checkerboard sort of look that it gives it. So the plain wire, and then she's wrapped and then coiled underneath there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So that you're just plaiting some gold thread there. Yeah. Now we've got these wonderful earrings because, of course, like you said, the theme is rock chic. Now you've managed to find 2 that but not that it matters, does it, with these lovely sort of tie shape?
No, they're not exactly the same. Oh, I think one's back to front.
There we go.
One's twisted round.
He's just done a little...
He's just twisted.
Am I gone the wrong way? There we go. He's gone the wrong way.
He's gone the wrong way.
There we go. Am I the right way now?
Misha, I'll fiddle about it in a minute.
Oh. There we go. So the bead is at the front,
yeah, basically, it just
had a little fiddle.
itself.
I will show you this, right?
There you go.
There we go. There we go.
I also made the shepherd hooks on those.
But to be honest, Laura, the back is beautiful as well.
Yeah, I did that for a reason, and I'll explain that. But the only thing I did was I realised in the light of day, that the stones that I chose at the top were slightly off colour. So it was always best to use it under correct lighting.
Okay.
I
didn't have a problem with that, looking at them because in the ear.
But when they're in the ear, they're opposite as well anyway. So yeah, you'd be fine.
And then this pièce de résistance. It's lovely. These shapes work so magically, don't they? The pear drop, that lovely tie shape, and then the rounds. And then your wire work just enhances the beauty further. It just lifts it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The dark richness is lifted, isn't it?
You don't always want to take away from the stone, so it's quite nice to be able to frame the stone.
Yeah.
And it's easy to go over the top with a design sometimes. I wanted to, initially in my head I was thinking I was going to put the tassels on all of them, I was going to have a selection of them, but when you start playing about with it, I think actually it doesn't need it.
Yeah.
So play about with a design and sort of take it from there.
Marvellous. Right, I'll keep stum. You're going to show us from start to finish. Now, there's the code on the screen, and obviously we'll be introducing other elements to enhance this kit further, but this is take you through step by step.
Yeah, okay, just ignore my little plaited section there. That was just as a little,
for the lovely
chain for the pendant, really, just so it's got something to hang on. And that's the beauty of having this coloured beading thread. You can just plait it.
So rich.
It's beautiful. Okay, what I'm going to do is, so when you get your strand of, what are these agates?
These are my agates, yes.
Yeah, they're beautiful, and they've all got lovely shades as well. You can't see it very well by looking here, but you'll be able to see, Fee, is that some of them are actually thicker than others, and you can feel that, if I just showed there, some are actually, see how chunky that piece is?
Yeah.
And then when you compare it to that one.
Yes, I understand.
And that's what I did when I chose the one for the pendant. I chose a real nice, substantial, the biggest and the chunkiest one. So yeah, you're right. You won't get an exact pair because you've got a beautiful one there. You know, each one's different, but you will find some sort of close matches.
And let's face it, our ears are in the same place. So
No.
there's a lovely face in between. So
yeah, it's very slight differences that won't stand out.
No,
So yeah,
if you really wanted closeness,
So I'm just going to take them off quickly, and don't throw these little tubes away, because do you remember when we did the little foot thongs?
Love those.
They're really good spacers as well. So I always keep these to one side. You can chop them up, make your own little plastic beads, put silver or coloured wire through it. There's lots you can do, so don't throw them away. So I found, everybody who knows me knows I'm not a colour grader. I don't have the patience for anything like that. But I find that just by grouping them together and sort of having a little look, so have a little play and find a pair that's going to be the closest and sort of eliminate them. So by looking at them, might be a slight size difference. It's not too important. I'm only doing this for a demo, but I might even actually go for something like them because they're quite nice ones.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that. If I hold them up for you. Oh, and flip it around. So you can see that they're quite...
mottled.
They're not exactly the same, but they're quite nice. If they're in a distance, they're going to look nice. So for that argument, I'm going to go with these. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is start off with the 0.8 wire. Get the noise bit out of the way. So what I'm going to do, this wire, I will just say this is our new wire, and it's a lot softer. So it's still got the strength, but it is a lot softer to work with. So be aware of that. It doesn't make it any difference. It's just a lot softer. So it's good. It means it's more malleable. So when you pick it up, if you suddenly go, oh, that's a bit soft, that's why. It's just a new one that we've got. I'm going to cut a length of wire now. Again, I'm not a measurer. So I probably would say about half an arm's length. I don't know what that is in.
I'd say probably you're getting close to half a metre, sort of maybe.
Doesn't
metre
matter.
roughly, isn't it?
So
roughly.
So yeah, about an arm's length.
Maybe
Not
just
a lot,
under.
about just over a ruler. Okay.
15. A ruler is 15 centimetres.
About 15 centimetres-ish, maybe 16. Okay, so I'm going to just pop the wire through. And what I want to do is I'm just threading it through the drill hole, which is at the top. I don't know, so you can see the lovely stone. And what I want to do is find it just slightly off centre. I want one side very slightly longer than the other side. It's not too important. It just makes a bit of a difference at the end. Okay, so if I've just got it there and you can see it like that, what I'm going to do is just with my fingers, I'm just going to raise it up a little bit, sorry. With my fingers, push it down so it's quite sharply pushed down to the edge of the stone. And repeat on the other side. And whenever I do earrings, I often say that you need to do one side, then the other. But with these ones, because the design is the way it is, you can actually do one and then do the other. You haven't got to put this down and repeat the stage on the second earring. You can do one and then do the other. Okay, so I've got that like that. So you can see I've got nice sharp sort of lines coming down either side, almost mirroring the shape of the stone. Take in some chain pliers or flat nose pliers. What you'll see here, if I just angle it slightly, you can see where the stone angles down, just that little corner there. What I want to do is place my pliers just slightly lower, because when I bend my pliers, if I bend my pliers at the exact same place, so if they're here, if I was to bend it, it would bend it too short. Okay, but you can easily rebend it. That's the beauty of this wire. You can straighten it back out. So what you want to do is just go slightly lower, and then bend it. And now you'll see it'll sort of...
Ah, yeah.
Okay. You can be specific and measure this, but personally I go by eye, you know. And I'm just going to turn it around, and then I'm just doing it so it's on the other side. It's a bit easier for me. Again, I'm just placing the pliers just slightly underneath the actual... if you see, my pliers are just underneath that curve. And then when I actually curve it, you can see they sort of sit in the right place now. Just turn it around for you. So when I do that, it's quite mirroring it. Doesn't matter if it's not exact, so you can tweak it until you're happy. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just make sure it's crossed. Place my pliers just on one of the wires that are at the bottom. And again, at sort of around about the point part of the stone, kick my pliers up. And then I'm going to repeat on the other side. So you see, when I do the other side, I've got my pliers, sorry, it's a bit of a hard angle to show you there. I'm just going to just pull that wire up. And now when we do this, it's almost like the wire is framed, it's got two little points at the bottom. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm just going to go slightly above, because I'm going to be doing it this way this time, kicking it up, and then repeat on the other side, just slightly above that point. Okay, so when I turn it around, you should have something like that. Okay, so that's the general shape, right? I'm just going to lower this down a little bit. This bit gets a tiny bit tricky because the wire is soft, so it moves about quite a lot. Now, it's anchored in here, but I need to make the bail above it. Mm-hmm. So I need to make sure that it's going to secure, because if I have to pull one of these wires really tight, it's going to distort. Right. So you do have to take a bit of time with this. What I'm going to do is just place my pliers right across the top and just bend it over, just to try and get it as tight to the stone as I can, and repeat on the other side. Okay, so now you see I've still got my shape at the bottom, and I've got it nice and close to the top of the stone. Okay, taking the longest wire, just literally finding the center of the stone and just bending that wire up, straight up. I'll just turn it around and show you what I did at the back. Okay, so you can see that, so it just goes straight up. Okay. So yep. Okay, now the next bit's tricky because it's a strong wire, so you've got to go nice and slow with this, because this is where you'll distort it if you're going to distort it. Okay, but it adds to a bit of character to it as well. So I'm going to have to just hold this in my hand a little bit easier for you to see. So what I'm doing is holding the whole piece nice and firm in my hand. I'm going to take my round nose pliers, and I just want to wrap this wire, the horizontal wire, around the vertical wire. So I'm just going to take my pliers and I'm just gently form it around. I'm having to hold my finger. I want to show you why. Just by doing that, can you see what's happened to that wire?
Yes, I can, yeah.
Okay, see how it's trying to go across the front? Mm-hmm. So I really need to try and avoid that. So you just need to keep repositioning it, and just gently with your hand, if you can, once you've got it around that wire, because you can see, as I'm doing this, can you see how all of this is moving about? Because it's got nothing to hold it in place.
Yes, yes. Because
the wires, the drill hole's already been used initially.
Yeah.
So again, it's just a bit of patience, which I know you'd never hear coming out of my mouth. But
you're a very patient lady, Laura.
I am the most impatient person. So, you know, it's just about taking that bit of time and that bit of patience, and then just use your pliers to gently ease that around. If you see here, you can see I've got the whole stone in my hand.
Yep, yep.
Okay, I'm really holding it nice and tight. And I'm just going to twist that all the way around. I need to bring this wire to the back of the stone. And there is a reason. Now, you can see it's not come out too bad. Just tweak it about a little bit. Okay, and just repositioning it.
Just framing it again.
And just framing it again, and just playing about with the wires a little bit. Get it so that you're happy. Pull the wires out a little bit. So just pulling it, just like that. The stones come out, which is fine because it's not held in, and then just reposition it, and then you'll pretty much get your shape back. All right, Just you obviously be taking a bit more time as well.
Yeah, sure.
Now what will happen is the stone has got no strength or security to it. You see how it's moving about? So what I want to do is, the other problem is, it can also do this because it still hasn't got
An anchor.
an anchor. So what I'm going to do,
Hence the lovely spiral now.
hence the pretty spiral on the back.
Okay.
So all I'm going to do is just bring this wire down. We don't need that length of wire, don't need it that long. So just cut that little end away. Okay, and I'm just going to turn it around and show you. What I'm going to do is simply do a spiral. I'll do that off actually, so I can just put my pliers in the end, right into it's nice and flush with my pliers, right at the smallest part, because I only want a little spiral. I'm just going to just gently turn in my wrist, create a little hook, reposition my pliers, and create another little hook. And you just see I'm just forcing it around to make a nice little loop. And then I just tend to put my pliers in and just gently twist. So the reason I'm doing this is, one, it's nice and smooth, so it's not going to catch in your hair or any of you know, anything. But it's given, I'm just pressing it nice and firm against the back of the stone. And now that stone's not, I'm pushing that stone.
Yeah.
It's just holding it. It's just a little something for it to lean against.
Yes. I thought it was purely decoration myself when I looked at them.
And it also looks pretty from the back of the stone as well. You know, the back of the ear, it's a nice little feature. But it just is giving the back something to hold the stone, stop it swinging. Okay. So now we've got the main part of the earring. Okay. What we want to do now is we're going to add the little focal stone and create the loop. So I'm just going to get these lovely, what are they?
These are the jaspers.
Jaspers, they're gorgeous. Such a lovely range of colours.
Aren't they? So we're going to add the feature stone now on the top.
Yeah, and this is one, when you've got a nice bright light.
You can pick two that are,
you can pick two.
well, you know, that's part of their charm.
Thing is, these are,
they're not identical anyway.
They're so beautiful. The shades are so different. They look one way, they look completely different. I'm taking the 0.25 wire now. Okay, and I just want to cut a little length off, not a lot, just a couple of inches, or about sort of 7 inches or so. Again, whatever you don't use, you just cut and put to one side. Now what I want to do is, first of all, I'm going to create my hook, my loop. So I put my pliers in. Okay, I'm just going to, with my pliers, just bend, just literally bending my hand back then, and that's just giving it a sort of, to a degree. Reposition my pliers and just fold that wire around. Just brought it all the way around with my hands. Okay, and then I'm just going to see how I'm using my pliers just to literally hold it. Just going to bring that wire round. So that's a complete wrap, and I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, because we need this for something.
Right.
I'm going to choose my pretty stone. I'm just going to thread it through the 0.25 wire. What I'm going to do, whenever you attach wire, actually it's come off, but it doesn't matter. Whenever you attach wire, if you've got a bare wire, a single wire, you always sort of anchor the wire on, and you'll always sort of anchor it off as well. So just using a little tiny tail, just going to wrap it once or twice. Just slide that down there. It's going to disappear into the mechanics. Okay, and now I've got my wire nice and secure to do what I want with.
Right.
So I'm just going to wrap it around once, add the stone, and position it however you want it to position, however it sits right. Okay, just play about it, and just pulling the wire nice and tight. This is just the 0.25 I'm pulling now. Just wrap it around the whole of the frame, in effect, once or twice. And because it's so fine, it'll disappear.
Yes, yes.
And what I'm going to do is find my drill hole, which on this occasion is to the side, and put it back through the drill hole. Because it is only a 0.25, if I can double strength it to make sure it doesn't go anywhere.
And the hole's big enough in those jaspers as well.
Definitely.
So.
I'd probably go for a third time if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to bring it back around, and the little tail that I had when I actually anchored the wire on, I'm just going to cut that off, nice and close. Sorry.
Nice and flush, I can see you just going there.
Yeah, you took a bit more time than me. Then just wrap once and twice, just to make sure that wire's not going to unravel or come off anywhere. And then again, just cut it. Sorry. Nice and close. Okay, now that's the base of your frame. And now this wire here is going to be used to wrap around and secure that stone even more. So I'm literally just using my hand, just going to wrap it around that stone, reposition it all, make sure it's all in position. Use your pliers to get it all to be nice and framed and repositioned. So that's almost going to nest that stone. Okay, and you can just bring it around. And then you'll just kind of catch that stone. And then that would just be cut. Because it's copper, it will all just disappear. And I've got the edge here, and I would just use my pliers just to gently squeeze that edge in, and that edge would disappear. So there's your actual first part of your earring. Okay, and it's exactly the same way that I made the pendants as well.
For the actual necklace,
yeah, for the
right,
actual
okay.
necklace. The difference is
yes.
I did a spiral instead of adding a stone on the two side ones, just to give it a bit of variety, really. Okay, so that's that one. So now what I want to do is I'm going to add the dangles.
Just before you dangle,
Yep.
can I just introduce everybody to some of the tools, because they might be looking at this and thinking, oh, I'd like to get this kit, which should be £48, but we're just going to, because you can tell me the virtues of this as well. We've got our flat nose. Is this a bundle altogether, sweetie? Yeah. We've got my flat nosed. I just saw you using your round nose, didn't we? We've got the flat nose.
Flat nose. Well, for my second project, essential
for our second project.
For my second project.
Okay, smashing. And we've also got the Comfort Grip side cutters.
Well, I mean,
grip side cutters, which give you wire.
And they're really good for when you just to have that comfort as well.
Yeah. Just a bigger grip there as well. And then I love this because I saw, again, Linda was using this on Saturday, the wire twisting tool.
Gotta love the twisting tool.
You gotta love the twisting tool.
It's brilliant.
It
I
is.
do. And the thing is, that is brilliant. What I would have done if I'd have had that given to me.
We're so mean. We're so mean.
I still need to get one of those, and I just can't seem to get hold of one. You're all sold out. What I would have done.
Well, we're going to give you. Sorry, go on. You were going to say.
I was going to say I would have used my 0.8 wire, twisted them together to make a chain for my pendant.
Oh well, that's what Linda. It was beautiful what she did on Saturday, and she said she ties it to a key on the door.
Yeah. If you've got the gizmo. With the built-in
clamp,
bracket.
the bracket.
Just use it on that.
Yeah, brilliant. And then it literally is just twist. It's just so easy. So we're going to give you all three of these as a fantastic bundle. We're going to continue with Laura, but it's Do the Twist, JDGC 62 11.95. And when we know that these individually, I mean, how much do these sell individually on the? I mean, the wire twister tool, poor Laura keeps selling out, so she can't get it. You're looking for at least some of them are like £4.95 anyway, £6.95.
I think the wire twister is about £7.
£7 for the wire twister.
And you know, I mean, you would pay that for one pair of tools, one pair of pliers.
I think on our website it's close to £18 for all three.
Yeah.
So and don't forget, poor old Laura's struggling, and she works here to get the twister tool there. You've got it in your bundle, and the comfort grip and the cutters. And to be honest, it's really handy to have a couple of cutters, isn't it? Because you sometimes have, you know, if you're thicker, there's something that get a bit blunt, and I've heard you say
this is what I travel with.
Yeah.
This is a mishmash of all of what I can grab, and this is what comes with me. You know, I've got how many pliers, and I've got straighteners, bell making pliers. People don't believe me when I say I'm obsessed with these, but I am. My cutters, 2 pairs of pliers, round nose pliers, whatever I can grab, and that comes with me everywhere I go, whenever I go travelling.
Yep.
So, you know, it's always good to have a supply.
One's to travel with, one's at home, and you need a couple of cutters, and then the flat nose ones, sorry, the flat nose, it is the flat sided, isn't it?
They are flat nose pliers. These are actually chain nose pliers.
Right.
But a lot of people refer to them as flat, but those are flat.
These are the ones we're going to be using a lot in our second demonstration day. But anyway, I interrupted you.
No, you're fine.
I just wanted to show you those tools.
Could I possibly have a practice, just look at the cutters?
These, darling? Yes, sweetie,
right? I can see if there's any difference with them, because these ones are tiny.
They're a bit blunt for you. I could see you were struggling with those.
Am I right to demo with
these?
Go
for it. We want to see them in action. Because they do eventually just blunt off, and they're used by all our designers 12 hours a day, so it's going to happen.
It'd be nice to be able to see nice sharp ones. They're actually very comfortable.
Well, let's have a squeeze. Oh yeah, now that's nice comfort, isn't it? It's a bit squidgier, it's a bit fatter and fuller.
I feel like you've got something in your hand.
Yeah, you've got a stronger purchase with those.
Right, okay. So, yeah, that's much better. So you can get right in there now. See how much easier that is? Brilliant. So, so that's the first part. So what I'm going to do now is, we've got this lovely findings kit. So,
oh, the rose gold silver is beautiful,
spoiled, isn't it? Just a little bit. So with this, what I've done is I get 3 head pins, and what I want to do was show actually that all these stones work so beautifully together. Just the colours are just so. I love organic, like I love earthy colours. So this is my kind of kit, really.
So we're taking some of those. These are the green quartz. Would you believe these really dark green quartz?
I thought that they were an agate
or jasper. Yeah, me too. Me too.
So what I've done now is I'm going to just thread on some. Again, you can colour code these. You know, it won't be perfect, but you can definitely get them to match. So I'm just going to thread on 3. So
we're going jasper and then the quartz petals.
Yeah, and what I might actually do is show you how I did the middle one on the pendant, which was a little bit different as well.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a bit of a mix-up of what I did with the pendant and earrings, so you get a bit of both.
Yeah, got a nice little twist of the wire there, because if you see, there's the bottom of the earring. So not dissimilar, but you've just got a little extra addition.
Yeah, a little flash of colour
there.
And if you can see on the pendant there, I had a longer piece. You know, so I wrapped around the stone just like we did here, but instead of wrapping it and cutting it, I had a longer piece and I just brought it down the stone to decorate the stone.
Lovely.
Because it was a feature, it was a focal, I just thought, you know.
Fantastic.
So, what I'm going to do now, so I just got the 2, so these are going to be the 2 side pieces. And all I've done is just threaded them, a jasper and a quartz onto a head pin. Now take in your pliers, round those pliers. Just going to bring it back. In fact, you can use your fingers, to be honest, because they're so soft. And then probably about 1 centimetre. All I did then was just hold it so that it didn't fly off, because that's one thing to be aware of, you know. And it's all right if you're at home, but it hurts if you find it on the floor and you step on it. Yes. Or your husband does, in my case.
Yes, it's usually, well,
it's normally the
Linda said the same as always Pete.
Yeah.
He'll find it under his foot.
Never happy. And again, all I'm going to do is just create a loop now. So all I'm going to do is create my own sort of eye loop. So I just got my fly, exactly the same as we did for the spiral. Pliers, nice and flush, and just bringing it all the way around. Reposition it. Now with these, because it is a very soft wire, because it is over sterling silver, isn't it?
Yes.
So to make sure that I really have a good meet at the joint, if you see, you probably can't see what I'm doing, is I'm wiggling it. So it actually goes past, if I take that
past and over
past,
itself.
and then reposition it, and then that will sort of make it sit nice and next to each other without a hole in it.
Yeah, nice and flush.
Without a gap, sorry. Yeah. You just have to be a little bit more firmer with it. Okay. So you just repeat that on both ones. So again,
while Laura's just showed us as well, text us in as well if you've got any questions for Laura regarding the design or wire work in general. This is the time to draw on her talents. 60777 is the text messaging number, and normal network charges apply. But just start your message JM Studio, and then we know it's for us here direct at Jewellery Maker.
Okay. So taking the 0.8 wire again to make my middle one, I'm just going to take a length of wire and create a tiny, tiny little loop right at the bottom. So I really just want it to be really tiny. And it looks like a little pea at the moment. So all you do is pop your pliers back in, and with my thumb, I just literally just kick it back, and then it makes it nice and straight. So that makes it just go almost like an eye pin.
Yeah.
Okay. So simply pop on 3 stones for this one, just to give it a bit of extra length. Okay. Now I'm going to put my pliers right at the top and bend the wire over at a right angle. Okay.
Yeah.
Reposition it. And using my hands, just going to bring it around. Wrap it around because I've putting my pliers in. If I just show you, I've got like a little gap, just a tiny little gap there. So it gives me something for me to wrap my wire around. So it's just going to wrap my wire around there, once or twice until it's filled up. And then the wire is just literally going to go around, around, and around. So if I just take them out, you can see now, right at the very bottom, what I want to do is I've just literally wrapped around that loop. So if you can see, just wrapped around that little loop bit there. See?
Yep.
Okay, and what I'm going to do is just snip it nice and close, but that eliminates the wire sort of, if I cut it at the front there, it risks it rising up.
Right.
And also the sharp edges. And then I can just literally, with my pliers, just squeeze that in and makes it nice and secure with no sharp edges.
They got it really flush, those comfort grip
Oh, much
cutters, didn't
better.
they? They're at the bottom of the page there. 3 of those instead of £18 for all 3, £11.95, and you've got your wire twisters in there as well.
Okay, so the next thing now is to attach these. Now you'll see that they're attached with jump rings. You'll also see that we don't have any jump rings in the kit.
Sneaky.
So, no cheating was
well, you actually got 3, but they were small, 3 5mm ones.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, but for the 3
you needed
earrings,
9,
I needed like
didn't you?
Yeah, I needed.
You've got 6 on the earrings and then 3 there, so it wasn't going to be enough.
No. So what I've done is, again, keeping the 0.8 wire on the reel, nice and flush at the widest part of your round nose pliers. Now, if you have got the bell making pliers, use those. But I didn't use those for these because I wanted to try and, not everybody does have
pencil.
them. Oh yeah, you wait just a second. Oh, get very inventive later, nail varnish. So what I'm going to do is I'm just positioning it because what I want is my coil to go up. So if I just get that in the right position there, you can see that my start coil is at the top.
Yeah.
And I just need to just keep coiling and making sure that my wire stays right at the bottom. And then now keep all of them the same size.
That's the widest point, isn't it?
Yeah, because obviously it's tapered, and if I was to do it that way, that's how you can get a cone if you wanted to create your own sort of little bead cap. But for this, just do it so that you're comfortable. And I'm just twisting it around.
Look at the speed of that, eh?
I've not done this before, have I? And then all I'm doing is just, and every time I do this, what I'm doing is opening it up and then repositioning it and twisting, opening it up, repositioning, and that just gives it, reduces any marking on the wire.
Okay.
Okay, so it's just going super quick. Okay.
Well, I'm not that super quick, but you do make it look easy, Laura.
It is easy. Right, so
practice, isn't it? Practice,
it's
practice,
just
practice.
So what I'm going to do now, I mean, if you've got jump rings at home, brilliant. Or if you've got the coil cutter, there are easier ways. Obviously, I've done this on the sort of restraint of the kit.
Yeah.
But I want to show that you can do this with just the kit as well. So I'm just going to literally, what I'm going to do is rotate my pliers every time I sort of cut them. So I'm turning my pliers round and I'm cutting.
Why is that?
Just to try and create a more flush when I show you the jump ring, it's not going to be perfect because ideally you do need flush cutters to do this to really create the proper look. But if you see there, it's not brilliant, but it just creates it just enough that it's not really obvious that it, because otherwise you'll get the pinch like that, and it would just be like 2 ends like that. So it's just to try and make it as neat as possible. So that's how you make your own jump rings. Open them. Now for the centre drop, I placed it, if I show you here, I've got like that little cross there. I'll just show you at that angle. Yeah, I mean this one's moved a bit, but I've just got that crossover of wires there, and that's where I want the wire to go through, the eye-pin, the jump ring to go through. Can you see that okay? If I hold it up this way, it might be a bit clearer. Okay, so it's just where the 2 wires cross, and you add your centre stone, or your centre drop. And then on the side, I've got a point here and a point here. So I've got 2 points. I just use those to add the second 2.
Your anchor points for the...
Yeah. So just pop them on. 1, 2. Just find it. Just there. And that's pretty much the whole of the earring. Obviously just take care to make sure it's all in place. You could, if you wanted to hammer any of this, hammer it. And then all we're going to do is add the, oops, I went a bit wrong way. And what you can see there, I've just popped the point just behind the inner frame. And that kind of locks it in then.
Beautiful.
Okay, and then just to make the the ear hooks. So that's the actual centre, you know.
So you made your own, didn't you?
I did make my own, yeah.
There's 2 pairs in the kit anyway.
There is,
But
yeah.
she loves doing whizzy thing with wire.
I do. They did originally, I will be honest, they did originally have a little gold bead on from the kit,
Yeah.
but it's really large
the
hole.
crib cover, yeah.
Oh, is it a crib cover?
yeah.
Oh, is it? I thought they were beads. That's how
Let's have
good
a
they
look.
look.
Yeah, I know. I'm always mistaking the same thing. I'm sure they're the crimp covers, are they?
Oh.
Yeah, they're open. Yeah, they are. They're open, love. See the split?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
well,
know.
there you go.
The amount of times I've said it time and time again, I've been
thought
looking
they
at
were
designs.
beads. I
and
thought
I've
they
got
were
the
I
silver
thought they were
balls.
beads.
Yeah, no, they're that,
there
they're
you
that
go.
stylish and lovely, yeah.
Well, I originally had one of those, but as you can tell, it's got really large sort of centre
Diameter,
hole.
yeah.
So it just ran off, if I'm honest. So what for this? So you do these together.
They'll be under your husband's foot.
You will find them somewhere. I'm sure he'll be moaning at me later. It's normally the kids that wander up, go, I found wire. Shh, don't tell Daddy. So cut 2 lengths of wire off the same, probably about 3.5 inches, 4 inches. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is start off by making a little loop. Now this is one that you would do, and exactly the same, put my thumb in and just kicking it back just to create that kind of little eye hook. And you would do these together. Now if you do have a couple of pairs of round nose pliers, you could mark with a marker pen, and then you would have consistent loops if you like to make your own findings.
Yeah.
So taking the 0.25 wire, I'm just going to coil, basically hand coil. So count how many wraps you do. I think I did 15, so 1, 2.
That's what's so great about having the 2.5 and the 0.8 in there, isn't it?
Yeah,
The versatility,
definitely. You
yeah.
can definitely use them both to your advantage. So I've just literally done a little coil, and all I'm going to do is just squeeze that together. And you've got a really nice little coil. Cut your ends off. Just turn that around. Cut my ends off. Okay, slide that down. All right. Take the time, obviously, to neaten all your little ends and stuff. So now, taking my flat note, my snipe pliers, the back of my loop is here.
Yeah.
I want that to be on the sort of inside of the earring.
I understand, yes, because it's where
So,
you're going to join.
Yeah, so now I'm actually going to, with my pliers, right at the top of that little coil, just bend. Okay? And you would do this together using the handle of your pliers, or if you've got one of the orange mandrels, you know, the orange. I love the orange. I think we've got one. Ma-da! I love this one, it's perfect. Just use the second one, makes brilliant findings. I'm just going to put that there, hold it, and just gently bring the wire around. Just literally pull the wire around. When you take it off, there's your little, twist it and tweak it a little bit. Cut it to the length that you want, and this is something you would do at the same time, because then you've got the same length. So there's your little hook, might be a little bit long. Pliers in, kick it out. If you've got a rounder, like you know, the burr tool that we've got, just pop that in to take the smooth off the end. If not, a file.
Yeah, because that's what's going through the ear, isn't it?
Yeah, and what's really good about using the copper is because it's copper on copper, even if you file it, you're not going to take any colour off in effect, because it's not going to change the colour. And then you just use there, you've got your simple findings.
Your
You
unique pair of
would
earring
just
findings,
open that up exactly the same as you did with there, pop that on,
Et voila.
and there is your earring completed.
Very, very glamorous. And as I can see, using a fraction of the wire, because there's so much left on there, because of course there's 10 metres. But that, what a versatile wire. We've made jump rings, we've made earring
It's made
shepherd
findings,
hooks,
frames, jump rings.
It's fantastic.
So you can really use that.
Stunning, absolutely stunning.
Yeah, and obviously with the necklace, it's really gem heavy. So I you know, I've just varied it a little bit, you know. And with the ones on the side, I've literally threaded those on the frame.
Yeah.
And then the ones next to it,
Yeah.
I literally threaded on to the actual beading wire.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll just show you quickly what I did with that.
Yeah, how'd you create your little spiral? Because that's straight onto the beading wire, so it sits sideways, so we see that lovely tie shape.
So again, I chose it so I sort of slightly graduated it. And all I'm going to do, just move all of that into there. For this, it's quite simple. Cut a length of wire off again. Now, thread it on as part of your design. You can even do this once you've completed the necklace. So you might do the necklace and go, do you know what, I'm going to have a splash of colour on there.
Right, okay.
Just take a length of wire, create a spiral.
We've had a question in from Dorothy as well. I'll ask you in a second, my darling.
2 seconds. So for this one, again, it's just about having a bit of fun with this, really. I've gone for a bit of a slightly open spiral. So for an open spiral, I just literally, I have to put it's habit. I put my finger there, so I'll see if I can reverse it for you. Probably not. I put my finger there.
Contort your body, please.
And I just kind of use the pad of my finger almost as like a guide.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that just helps me to create a nice open spiral. And then you just place it wherever you want it to come. So for this one, I want it to sort of start around the bottom of the, and I'm just going to hold that with my hand there, sorry. So I'm just holding that at the bottom of the stone. The wire, I'm just bringing it up around the back around. Bear in mind, I've still got my beading wire going through the stone. Back around again, up to the top. So if I just show you the back, that's gone. See, the wire's there and there, so it's gone over the wire.
Yeah.
And just turn it back round. And then you would just simply do another little spiral there. And that's now decorated onto your stone. And if you decide you don't like it, take it off.
Brilliant.
And that's all I did for the side parts.
For the side.
That's those.
This bit here.
Yeah.
Which you can do, like you said, afterwards.
Yeah.
Now, Dorothy says, what cutting pliers do you use to get a really sharp, clean cut? Am I right? Was that right, Philip? To get a straight cut and a sharp, clean cut.
Okay.
What would you use? I mean,
so obviously I've got what we call flush cutters. I do know that I've been speaking to Hannah and we are getting some in.
Right.
So they're just slightly different. So what they do is they cut on an angle, whereas the side cutters
which is what we've got at the bottom.
Yeah,
the
they cut on a pinch. So
Right.
That's just a difference. But if you haven't got flush cutters, as long as your cutters are nice and sharp, you can get nice and close. There are ways around it so that you can just cut both the ends the same. Just turn your pliers around, cut it, and then you'll get that straight edge.
Yeah.
And then so there are ways about it.
Could I trouble you to just very quickly show me this lovely effect here, because I'm absolutely in awe of it. I just think it's so pretty. It's something I've just not seen before. I don't know if you've done it before on the show.
No, I haven't actually, I don't think.
So you've got the point, what Laura's got, she's got coiling. Oh, I'll shush and I'll let Laura explain.
Do you want me to show? Do you want to choose a nice stone for me then?
I'll choose a nice, yes.
It needs to be a nice sort of, with this one, it does need to be quite a nice, one of the bigger ones, one of the thicker ones as well.
Okay, oh, there you go, that's a beauty. Oh, that looks like a tumultuous sky, or the ocean is, it looks like birds flying over the ocean, that one.
Because no one else can see that. Should we just show the birds flying over the ocean, just for Fee's
think about
benefit?
the birds over the ocean. It's a tumultuous ocean. Yeah?
You see it?
See, there's the little birds. There they are. There's the birds. And there's the froth, and the waves are crashing. It's like a Daphne du Maurier novel.
Anyway. So
back to Planet Fee. That's what she sees. But down here on JewelleryMaker.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut, again, 2 lengths of wire, probably about ½ a metre just over. The reason being, I like to work with a bit too much wire. And if you do have too much and you do end up cutting lengths off, pop it in a box. I used a fraction for making that wrapped head pin.
Yeah.
Making my own earring hooks. That was only a couple of inches.
Those little bits, later on.
Yeah. Even if you want a very quick jump ring.
Yeah, of course,
you just quickly make 2 up or something. So there's always a use. So this is where we have the 0.25. Now, 0.25. Someone's actually said before, so I'm going to mention it. Whenever you have 0.25 or 0.4, they're the main culprits. Wire. When you take it off, it will spring. That is a technical term. Just like this.
It's just gone boing and it'll
just go everywhere.
Loosened itself.
And the worst one is the 0.4 and the 0.25. So to stop that happening, first of all, if it does happen, just pull it as tight as you can and then wrap it back around. Okay, now with these, you'll see there's a little tiny groove in the top of the
coil.
The spool. That's the technical word. So I pull off the length I want, and I'm keeping the tension. I'm keeping this quite tight. And then when I'm ready to cut, I put it into that little cut, bend it down, then snip it, and it doesn't sproing. That's how you stop
top
it.
tips.
That's how you stop it going everywhere. Okay.
Gotcha.
With 0.25, to be honest, if we're doing a weave, I tend to try and make it one that you work from the reel from anyway.
Okay.
So again, to avoid that, pull out the sort of length that you find that you can work with, pop it back into the coil, then put it on the side, or if you're at a table, just pop it there and lean against it, and then you've got the tension there as well. Okay, so I'm just going to lean against mine. So this one is what I call, normally it's called a 5 and 3 weave. But I just thought I'd chop this one up a little bit and go for a 5 and 5. So again, as I always say, anchoring on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to...
Wax on, wax off, anchor on, anchor off. Mr. Miyagi.
Little tiny tail, and I'm just using that tail. I'm holding that little tail and the wire. I also hold the wire in my hand here just to keep it all nice and secure, so this isn't going anywhere. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just push it all nice and close together. Okay, taking my second wire, place it above. Now what I want to do is kick out my 2 ends, and the reason being, you'll see the reason in a minute, it just makes it a lot easier when we do the weaving. Now what you'll also notice is that even though I've got this long piece of wire, I'm using the shortest part, and I'm right at the very end of the wire. Go to the side that's comfortable to you, but the reason being that I've got all this space to work in. Now, if I was down here, I'd be doing this, so I'd be getting in a right mess, and this wire, being 0.25 and the same colour, will wrap itself around, and you'll be having a bit of a fight with it, and this just avoids that. So put those wires back. So I want to work quite close to the end for this. So I've got my wires. Now I want to keep them as straight and close to each other as possible. Okay, so they're going to be nice and close. So again, taking that little tail, now I'm going to bring the wire and actually wrap it around both the wires 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. And squidge it up. Okay, you probably won't be able to see this very clearly because it is the same colour.
Yes, of course, yeah.
But again, now, this is where this little kick out comes in handy, because I want to wrap around the bottom wire again.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go through that gap. I'm going to push it nice and close. 1, 2, 3.
Looks like finger knitting.
4, 5. It is. You have to really make sure that wire goes nice and close to that weave. And then over both wires again. Sorry if I just bring my wire up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you can see my wires, you probably can't see too clearly there, but my wire is starting to just get a little bit of a gap. It's only a tiny little gap. Even though if that'll highlight it. Yeah. But it's enough that if I don't close that gap up, it will all start to open. So just make sure you keep it as close together as you can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back through the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just keep repeating this until you've got a nice length. Now this is the fun part. We'll keep going down, and I'm just going to wrap around here, because if when you've done your long length, always anchor off with the 5 again, so it's on a single base wire.
On the single, right.
Yeah, because otherwise it could unravel, because it's not anything to wrap around. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the fun part. What you have got to do this really regularly, because we need to watch your tension when you're doing this. If you wrap too tight, essentially you're wrapping the bottom wire is going to be completely coiled. So you really have to make sure that you can, with your pliers, pull. So hold the weave and pull. So see how that just went out? Now again, if you're working on a shorter length, be careful, because that could have just gone thump, and I would have lost it all. Actually, someone in my course, I can't remember who it was, but she suggested to put in a tiny little loop in the bottom at the bottom of your wire. So should you pull it and it go too
yes,
far,
it
will
would be
stop.
an automatic stop. Yeah.
So thank you for that. I did listen. So again, the second wire, see you can move it?
Yes.
Now, if you were not checking that, you could get carried away, do a load. What you need to do is move this weave down. So as you do a section, move it down, do a section, move it down, do a section, move it down. Because you want it to be in the middle.
Yeah.
That's how you work it. If you do it too tight, then your wires will get stuck and it'll be in a fight. So I'm not going to do any more of the weave. I'm just going to show you quickly how we just wrap it around the stone. Okay, so place the wire wherever you're happy with it. Cut off any loops you may have made. Oh, sorry about that. Place it through the bead hole. Now what you can do is just place it through, and then just literally, this would have all been woven, and you're just going to bend it and wrap it all the way around. It actually looks nice just even not being wrapped to how you want it. And that it goes around that easily, even with it being woven.
Yeah.
Hand coiled one of the ends and just spiraled it.
Yeah, I'll show you the finished piece.
And then with the top, again, we've got that issue of needing to create your bail. So you're going to repeat exactly what you did, just pushing the wires. And the reason I've got all this extra length is so that you can do the decorative part on the top.
Yes, I see, between the two.
Just place your pliers so you can get that wire nice and close. And in effect, reposition it to create a V. And then you would do a woven bail. You know, I don't have time to show the woven bail, but it is something that we did on the masterclass, actually.
Right.
It's the weave that I did on the woven pendant, the exact same weave, and then just brought the wires around and wove
That'll
again.
be on our YouTube, won't it, as well?
And I think it's been repeated a couple of times as well.
So
and that's basically it.
That's lovely. I love the way you carried on then, like you said, coiling one singular one and then the one underneath there.
And just,
non-coiled.
the plain one I just kind of used to decorate
Beautiful
again.
effect.
And that's
Sort of
really
checkerboard.
it, yeah.
Gorgeous. Thank you. I know we speeded up there towards
No,
the end.
no,
but
that's fine.
We're aware we've got another large challenge for you.
That's fine.
And don't forget, you've got the Designer Decides. At some point as well. Raymond and Joanne and Devon, very regular watchers there in Devon, say, afternoon, gorgeous Fee and Laura. So looking forward to the show. If possible, can Laura show us how to use the large wire twister pliers? Laura, you look lovely in that colour and that style.
Oh,
yes,
thank
indeed
you.
she does. So would you be able to set up for a little bit later?
Yes, I could.
We'll have a
If it's
demonstration.
okay, if they've got time.
Please, yeah, we'd love to see that.
No
so
problem.
Raymond and Joe, hope you can stay with us, and so Laura will definitely show us how to use those large wire twister pliers as well.
No problem.
Brilliant. Okay. I'm going to whiz over here. We're going to have a quick moment, bit of gin, bit of banana, bit of whatever we need, and we'll be right back with some more goodies, so don't go anywhere.
Tune into Jewellery Maker for our Miss It, Miss Out show. Every day between 5 and 9 PM on Freeview Channel 50. Don't miss it or you'll miss out.
You can now watch clips from Jewellery Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we have many stages of quality control, from lab tests all the way through to our own in-house gemologists. We're confident with our quality, but we want to give you that peace of mind by offering you a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Join us on Jewellery Maker as we count down the days until Christmas. Stay tuned to see perfect Christmas gifts for all your friends and family at prices you won't believe. And what's more, anything you buy can be refunded or exchanged until the 31st of January. So for hassle-free shopping and great value, it has to be JewelleryMaker.
Are you new to JewelleryMaker? Would you like to try a new hobby? Then why not give us a call on 0800 644 655 and we'll send you a free copy of our DVD and booklet to help you get started. You don't even need to make an order. Get involved with JewelleryMaker.
Book now to take part in The Experience. Take a behind-the-scenes tour of our TV studios, meet the presenters and learn about gemstones and jewellery. The price of £169 includes an overnight stay at the picturesque White Swan Hotel, a buffet lunch, refreshments and a 3-course dinner. Dates are limited, so call or email us now for an experience you'll never forget.
Hi, welcome back. Now don't forget my star buy coming up at the end of the hour. It's not just one, not just two, but 4 strands of exceptional tanzanite. Absolutely stunning, stunning quality. One's a 65 carat strand. We have a 45 carat strand. We have a 25 carat strand and a 35 carat strand, I know. So the graduated drops are our 65 carats and the faceted drops are stunning. So that is a collective 125 carats, could be up to 175 carats, could be up to 180 carats there. But there is a difference in the way in which we get our tanzanite now as well, and obviously those prices are still rising, so it should be close to £100 for those 4 strands. But we've got a very exceptional offer for you. So, you know, if you're thinking about selling your jewellery to make your money, or giving, you know, not just tanzanite earring drops, but bracelets and necklaces, then that's what we've got at the end. You know, that's where you're really going to make some big savings. Now, of course, the designer decides. If you watch with us at the weekend, you'll know we launched the show on Friday. Myself and Linda with you on Saturday, and the designer decides. She gets to choose 3, or he gets to choose 3 individual components within the show, and then their challenge is to make something with that. And funnily enough, Linda had chosen a tanzanite strand, a stash of silver and rose gold findings, and then some pearls. I made off with the earrings, but I would have gone off with the necklace, but we're trying to find it because it's absolutely gorgeous. But that's what Linda decided. So obviously it's up to Laura what she wants to decide today. It can't be the tanzanite because that's not till the end of the show, Sweet Pea. So there'll be no challenge in it if you just have what we got at the end. That'll be the end of the show. So, but in the next hour, Laura can decide anything I'm about to show you from our top 10 or our Rock Chick extras there that she can make something beautiful out of. Alrighty, so let's start at number 10. Now, it's a DVD, and it is our beading thread DVD. These are some of our top 10 bestsellers, and our DVDs. This is the beading thread DVD. Do you happen to know who's on this DVD?
Gemma Crow.
Gemma Crow, there we go. So often on the DVDs they take you through 4 or 5 different effects or one big project, and this is the delightful Gemma Crow, who I know we love with both her wire work and the beading thread. So very, very creative. You know, if you've got spools of that beading thread or coloured beading thread, and you've often thought, what on earth am I going to do with all this, because I'll never just use it as a threading material, then, you know, as Laura's been doing, she's been plaiting it to make a necklace. I've seen it used with Mark and the macrame, and of course here with Gemma, you know, the design idea is just fabulous. It takes it to another level. So this is JRTY53, again another great stocking filler. You know, what's wonderful about these DVDs are once you've established the technique, you can swap it, you can create a library. It's like Cheggers Plays Pop. So here's the free phone number, 800 644 655. If you've already bought with Sheila and Jenny this morning, you're rolling over 1 postage and packaging 5. So coming in strong at number 10, because we all have so many spools of that beading thread left. It is our beading thread DVD, $4.95. Always good to have a reminder as well, just how much we've got on our catalogue of DVDs there as well, isn't it? Alrighty, so let's move on to number 9. These are gorgeous. 2 sterling silver caged beads. Just look at the quality of the workmanship in the sterling silver. Just look at that finesse. If you look really carefully, the caged silver is, as it were, it's almost like the wrapping that Laura's just done with the wire. There is this wonderful textured effect, and it's making, oh, they're so spherically perfect. It's making the silver gleam even further. Caged, because obviously it's an open cage, as it were. These are very limited. I mean, just those, again, I know I'm obsessed with earrings, and you know I am obsessed. But you imagine that on a little silver head pin, the ball, some findings, or the other way down, or a cascade ear, or a necklace with the drops coming off the cage. Just beautiful, wouldn't it be? Just such desirable quality. And sterling 925 silver, CXAR 97, gorgeous little charms as well, and finishing charms on a bracelets. But I'm very limited. This is coming in at number 9, and they're very strong. I know, because it's a cage and open, you might think, oh, is that really going to bend? Is that? Well, I'm giving that a good old pinch there, and they really are strong to retain that shape. So for the two, and the finesse and the silver finish and the workmanship and kind of creating that delicate cage, giving it a delicate edge but with strength. You see, that's the difference. You want the delicacy and the beauty, but you know, if you haven't got that strength, it's a big fat waste of time, isn't it? $5.95. Laurel, how would you use those? Because they're exquisite, aren't they?
I think that they would be nice as a tassel.
Tasselage.
So if you had
Yes.
just one, and then if you had like the the tubes that we get with all of the mix up in,
Yes.
like a cluster of those all hanging down, that would be really nice. And then maybe use a nice sterling silver chain or something.
Ooh, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Beautiful idea there. Let's go to number 8. Shepherd hooks, rose gold again. I'm back to those fantastic tanzanites. Myself and Ollie, we're always trying to make our money with the gemstones and the jewellery, but you know I'm obsessed with the earrings. And these, as you can see, hallmarked, so you know it's the silver with the rose gold finish. I just think it lends itself so beautifully, again, to those tanzanite drops. Can you see the hallmarking there? Because every piece is hallmarked, even though the legal requirement is at least 7.75 grams of silver, but obviously we want you to know you're getting the quality. So they're lovely finish there. I know Laura showed us how to make the finish with the copper wire to be economic, but of course this is silver with your rose gold plating. 40, so again, you just think of a beautiful pair. Find 2 that are similar. It's going to be able to happen, definitely, on your tanzanite. Yeah. See, there is a pair of earrings ready to go. I mean, I appreciate some of them are different shape, but I know you'll find 2 that are of a similar depth of colour and a sort of a similar size, and you know, some of them are a little bit fatter. See, there's 2 that are almost identical, so they're going to be gorgeous. Look at those. A pair of tanzanite rose gold earrings. How much would they set you back? Oh, well, those 4 strands of tanzanite are coming up at the end of the show. The ultimate in your tanzanite, but the ultimate in your rose gold shepherd hooks, rose gold plated. 40 pairs. 40 pairs. Am I right? 40 pairs. £12.95, so 2 packs. Tremendous. So £6.50 for 20 pairs. So they're not even working out at 50 pence each, are they? No, because that would make £12. You know, just for, you know, so we've got 20. So there we go, 40 pairs. Can anybody do the maths? Is it working out at 30 pence each? I mean, I'm thinking 40 pairs, 3 fours are 12, so it's about 30p. Don't ask me for the little squiddly pennies there. They're working out about 30p there, which is ridiculous. £12.95. Philip's just going, oh yeah, whatever. Sounds about right. Was it not? Who was it then? Who? Ryan, you little monkey, you. Yeah, whatever. No, don't do maths. That's all right, darling. There we go. Thank you, Philip. 32 pence each to be exact. 32 pence for a pair of rose gold shepherd hooks. Just fantastic, isn't it? 32 pence each. Brilliant. Okay, 64p for the pair there. So, I mean, you know, with a tanzanite drop, you're going to be selling that for 64p. And then obviously you've got to equate the costing of your tanzanite, I know, but I'm just thinking of your margins here. They're just beautiful. I mean, I am obsessed with the tanzanite, but there's also these lovely, pretty, in the second challenge that our lovely Laura's got. I mean, just look at these pinky pinks with them as well. The lovely drops of the pinky pinks. Just gorgeous. I mean, that's how simple it can be. It can just be attaching a gem. I mean, I love the pear drops because I just think they lend themselves beautifully. And I've got these pretty flowers as well, those on a little shepherd hook pair of earrings. How pretty would they be? Or I've also got, I mean, these are exquisite. Look at those for a stylish pair of earrings. I know, just a lovely drop, elongated Amazonite drop. Or, and these are delicious as well. I'm giving you all my clues here. Look at those, funking. I know, look at that. That is a simple pair of earrings ready to go. I'm giving away all my boxes, aren't I? Beautiful. £12.90, so 32 pence each. It's silver with the rose gold, getting a little bit of a cube, but hold the line because it is a free phone number. And all we ask is that, obviously, until you see the graphics, don't phone. But obviously the graphics are on now, so that's okay. But one postage and packaging price as well if you already bought with Jenny and Sheila this morning. And of course, we've got the evening show as well at 5 o'clock, so there's plenty to roll over. And of course, yes, you might think, oh, I bought too much fee, but the difference is when you get it home, we've now got the extended money back guarantee. It's already started, isn't it, Philip? To the 31st of January. So normally it's a 30-day money back guarantee, but it's already been extended in advance, thinking of those presents, those gifts that you might be wanting to buy for Christmas. So you have got till the end of January. Alrighty. Well, how many months is that, literally? Almost 3 months, isn't it? Almost 3 months. Oh my goodness, by then my baby girl will be 1 year old. 1 year old, would you credit it? She can't be. I know, she gets so big. Right. No, I'm not going to go and beat somebody up. This is my stainless steel chasing hammer. I'm not going to go hammering in my nails, although very handy for your thumbtacks when you're trying to put up your paper chains that your little boy makes. Because it's lovely and lightweight. It's got this wonderful ergonomic handle as well. It's just a bit fatter on the side there, so you get a good grip. It's also more lightweight than the normal hammers. You've got the flatter side, obviously, for flattening your head pins or your wire. And then I know I've seen this with Laura when she wants to texturize. You've got the rounded end as well there for our stainless steel chasing hammer. And you use that in, with your stainless steel chasing block. And have I missed anything out in terms of that? In terms of the benefits here, Laura? Because it's lightweight. We've got the texture inside. We've got the flattening side.
Yeah, but I mean, you can just strengthen wire as well.
Strengthen wire, yeah.
You don't actually have to hit it so hard that it flattens. So you can just lightly hammer it, and it will strengthen it just by doing that. So. No, I think you've pretty much covered it.
Yeah,
I think so.
It's just great, better than getting the old hammer out the toolbox and chipping away your nice precious metals and having nothing left at the end of it, quite frankly.
It's what it's designed for, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's got
exactly.
nice. It's like you say, it's designed for the way the handle is and everything else. Yeah, no, it's
specifically for the jewellery.
Yeah.
And the other thing, I always remember you saying this. We're going to bring you the price now, but I always remember the little round ended side. It allows you to get close. If you loop over, it allows you to get in close. And I remember you showing me that.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes you don't have that dexterity with something that's a bit clumpier and bigger.
Yeah, it's good. It's great. It's just, it adds texture to your designs.
Because never hammer on a loop. On the loop.
No, don't hammer on cross wires or on a wrapped loop, because what you'll do is you'll weaken it and you'll break it. Yeah, and also if you've got, I know it sounds obvious, but if you've got a gemstone on there, just make sure you go careful, because you can
shatter them.
Vibrations
can shatter them if you're not careful.
And obviously, watch your hands. If you've got any small pieces, place it into the centre of the plate and just hammer it without your fingers being involved, because it hurts. Trust me.
Trust me, she knows.
I went through the pain for you.
Again, it's a great stocking filler, because it's just the kind of, these tools are to help. $6.95, and when you're looking for them, you haven't got them, and then when you get it, and you think to yourself, oh, well, how did I live without this? And it's, as Laura said, it's not just for the, it can be sort of strengthening your wire. I've seen some gorgeous designs this week as well on the Wall of Fame, where it actually just sort of flattened out the wire, and that was the feature in itself. The thicker gauge wire was flattened, and it just looks so sensational, little spirals coming out. So it's just a very handy tool to have, and as soon as you got it, you think to yourself, how could I live without it? So, and it's yours. That's the one for your jewellery making, not the one that he or her uses to, belt some thumbtacks into a wall or whatever it is, or, you know, nail that picture up of the dog. $6.95 DFGX35. Now, what do we need with that? As Laura says, we couldn't have number 7 without number 6. The steel block. And don't forget the one postage and packaging price. We are not going for... Have you got one handy there, Laura? This one's sellotaped in. I can't get it out. You can't do your chasing and your texturizing and your flattening and your strengthening without the steel block. And it is hefty, but we don't charge by the weight of the package. This is a steel block. It's a perfect accompaniment, so you save your table, you save, and you can pop it right in the middle for your hammering, and you're not belting, you know, the living daylights out of your lovely mahogany antique table that Grandma left you, or even your IKEA lovely table that you just got last week. So, thank you. Shall we have a little demonstration, Laura? Come over, darling. Come on. Let's have some hammering.
Let me get some wire then.
She's coming.
I'm coming.
See, that's my effort. Sorry about the squeak. I know it's like the nails down the blackboard. It's awful, isn't it? See how I do that? Here she comes. Here comes the real expert. Go on. So we need the steel block.
Yeah.
And that's so lovely and lightweight.
Yeah.
It's heavier with that big plastic attached.
So what you do is obviously you keep your hands as far away as you can.
Yeah.
And you just obviously, and it will just hammer it. But if you do get a couple of marks on it that way, just turn it over and the other side will be nice and smooth.
Beautiful.
Okay, so that's how, and what you can do if you make earrings, you know how I made those earrings?
Yeah.
You know, if you've got an earring.
Because those rose gold ones was a flatter bit, wasn't there,
Yeah.
at the top?
So say that's my earring hook. Obviously it's not, but, and then what you do is you just gently, in that one section.
And you get that lovely shine off your wire.
Slightly flattened look, and it will dull your metal slightly. Obviously it's coated, so it's going to change the metal. Go careful when you're using coated wires especially.
Yeah.
But you can see I've hammered that quite hard, and the antique bronze can take it really quite well. So,
which we've got some of that coming up later. Thank you for the demonstration,
You're
my
welcome.
darling. So you need your steel block, you need your chasing hammer, you need your steel block. Don't forget, it doesn't increase the price of your postage and packaging. Sorry about the squeak. Oh. Yeah, we really need some WD. $7.95. It's going to be one postage and packaging price because it's a heavy weight, but not so much that you can't lift it and have it on your table. It's, you know, you don't need the other half or the neighbour to come round and lift it for you. It is portable enough, but it just, like I said, protects the work surface. This is taking all the impact, and it's the perfect. And this is lovely and lightweight as well, because the one thing about the hammers is they are a bit overweight, and you can get that ache in the wrist. So just stay on the line there. We know we're having a big auction on our sister channel, but as long as you've got that code, if you're ringing back in 5 minutes, XYGX53, this is available at $7.95. So you do need that with your chasing hammer. Thank you for that demonstration. All right, I'm going to move on to my next one, which is my lovely, and I just showed you them a moment, 5-petaled flowers. We know you love your flower shapes. We know they're a bestseller on the show anyway. Again, this would work so beautifully with the kit that Laura worked with in terms of the designer inspiration obelisk necklace, because it's the earthy greens.
I think I might have them.
Oh, the designer has decided.
Made
She
a
wants
decision.
the flowers. She's only allowed 3 decisions, so that is number 1 decision gone. LEGP31, you need to make the decision as well to jump on in there and not miss out, because we're limited in stock. And if you absolutely fall in love with Laura's designs, which is a given, it's going to happen, then you need to get these now. 200 carats. They're so pretty. I mean, I've got my flowers on my shirt today, and even that, just wearing that is just a pretty necklace ready to go, isn't it? So number 1 of the designer decides has been chosen. 200 carats of my fancy jasper flowers, and they've got all those lovely colours. That's the colours of these. Of course, she'd fall for these. She'd love that design she was just doing. The earthy colours, the greens. Look at that one. It's almost got a poppy red in there, and that one's like a lilac mauve purple, and then that's like some beautiful, almost looks like jade. They're stunning, but I'm limited $7.95. We're not going to limit you on the price there, but the stock is limited, so I know people will be buying 2 of these. This is why Laura got in there straight away. So please don't miss out, because they are perfect given the time of year, and that we know the flower designs like the heart shapes are so popular. Just absolutely beautiful. Every one is unique. That's what's so gorgeous about that strand. Every single one of those flowers is absolutely unique, and there's lovely colours there to translate into spring, to take us into summer. You know, I am talking about autumn because of the time of year, but that is so pretty. The poppy reds in there. That lovely little one there looks like a little poppy against the backdrop. So pretty. So that's number 1 for Laura. She's got another 45 minutes to look at my goodies and decide. Let's see what's number 4. Ooh, sterling silver, gold-plated clamshell beads. We love these. Look at all the gold. These are gorgeous because on the end of them, they have the little ring, as it were. Oh, hello, he's just jumped off. The little fixing, if I just show you there, for your beading thread, for your attachment of your monofilament or whatever you decide to use as a threading material. They can go over your crimps, as the name suggests. They're like a little clam shell that when you've got it attached either over a crimp or for a finishing a touch, you just close the shell up with your pliers or your tweezers, and it gives like a lovely ball effect, a finished. You can just squeeze it with your finger actually there as well, close it shut, and it gives you that lovely ball finish. I mean, it's just so decorative, isn't it? I mean, they're not officially your crimp covers because they're smaller than that, but you know, there's no reason if you got your crimp folded over enough that it would work. But they just have they're just more of an expensive finish to use within your design. They're actually very pretty, if you don't mind me saying so, to clam up, as it were, to close up, and then with those little attachments there, those little rings, just to hang like little beads from your bracelet or your necklace, that in themselves, and I've seen that used as a little cascade of little baubles, as it were, hanging down, is very pretty as well. So gold-plated sterling silver clamshell beads, 50 for $8.95 again. Just 50. Yeah. So gosh, that's absolutely incredible. They are the top 10 people who've been absolutely loving these. I haven't seen these for ages, Laura, have you?
No.
Obviously they're always there, but we forget about things that are there, don't we, sometimes?
But they're brilliant, especially when you do get the kits that have got the sterling silver and the rose gold or the gold-plated sterling silver findings in it.
Yeah.
Because they're handy to have in your stash. So if you are making a necklace and you have used sterling silver or coated.
Yeah.
You've got those there just to give it that final.
It's a lovely edge.
Flourish, really.
Yeah, it's a lovely finish, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
That
it really
professionality.
Is. Yeah, especially if you're a bead weaver.
Ooh,
And you like to use monofilament and you like to use your seed beads, things like that. Then it's ideal because it gives that rich finish.
Yeah, definitely. Just takes it up another level there. $8.95, very popular because of course you get 50, so it's a big stash. It's like having 50 of your, the gold balls there that you can use in your designs. Beautiful, and again a luxurious finish with a monofilament, and then lovely as well just to close up and dangle down and use decoratively as well. And you could be the thing is about having so many in there, having 50, you can be as extravagant as you like, and there's loads of luster coming off that gold and that silver. So that's coming in strong at number 4, so I'm going to move to number 3. I love these. I just showed you those with those rose gold earrings. These are my lovely long Amazonite drops. Dramatically beautiful. Yeah, look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Really elongated, striking penduloke pendants. 25 by 10 to 57 by 12, 140 carats. Hello there. She can't keep hands off, can she?
No.
The designer has spoken. It goes with your dress, you see.
Yep, see, it's
goes
my
with,
colours.
she's thinking, it's the sea colours, the green colours there. She has spoken. I'm not surprised. She keeps going for all the limited stock. Everybody's coming in for these. They love
Got
what you
good
love,
taste.
Laura. We don't see Amazonite like this very often, that's why, do we?
It's actually seeing it up close like that, is the colour is just really stunning on it.
Stunning's right, it's glowing, isn't it?
It really is, I got some,
They seem to almost pearlesce, don't they? Lots of, well, it leaves you speechless, doesn't it? It's like, you see the, Let's give you a price for these though, but Laura's going to have them as her second choice and the designer decides. $14.95. She's gone for the quality, so have you, but I am very, very limited. 100% natural Amazonite there, roughly 8 gemstones on there, 140 carats. So, gosh, almost averaging 20 carats each, but 18 carats on average there each. Just stunning, very, very striking. I'm just going to put one up to the neckline. I mean, I was holding one as a very dramatic pair, but you can see how that with the, they're just beautiful. I love this colour because it's the mermaid in me. Beautiful, very, really lovely long feature. I mean, that I'd be tempted with pearls, but you could wire wrap with some of the gorgeous wire Laura's had today, and we've got, our wire bundles coming up because it would look gorgeous with the copper pinks. It would look gorgeous with the yellows, golds as well in terms of the wire. You think about a lovely elongated ring there, or the bronze, the antique bronze. Be beautiful, wouldn't it? Just one of those with a very striking ring would be stunning, wouldn't it? Absolutely stunning. Lovely choice, Laura. So that's yours as well, my darling. That only leaves one left. Oh, you see, let me just see. Look at these two. These are 2 choices so far. You can see why she's chosen them, though. Look how pretty they are together. Yeah, look how pretty they are together. Gorgeous. She knows what she's doing, our Laura. She knows what she's doing. Right, number 2 is our Jewellery Maker starter kit. It's the lovely Red Riding Hood bag. I love this bag because in there, look, I can pack all my wires, I can pack all my tools down the side there. I can have, that's my pocket for me special things like my black spinel or my lovely tanzanite. I'm just going to put that down there and and away we go. So we can put our ribbons, loads of little handy pockets there as well for us to put all the bits and bats there. Just gorgeous. I'm messing up my nice displays here. So you've got 2 of the Velcro pockets. I'm low in stock as well. 2 just the hand, because it's your carry case. It's everything you need just to pick up and go, isn't it? It's a great gift idea because there's loads of handy uses for this. Whether it's for your ribbon, your wire, your tools, your gemstones, just to take it, go up the stairs somewhere lightweight. It's like your tool station, but move it around with you wherever you go, whether you're doing it in bed or sit outside in the garden. Because with it as well, we're going to give you our introductory toolkit, the zebra print toolkit. I love this, it's so funky. It was brand new and recently. BBG C01. And they almost, we were talking about this, Linda and I, it's almost if you, sometimes let's face it, we all get hot, we all perspire, especially in this studio. But these seem to have a little, no, we're great. That wasn't a hint. We've got it on, darling. We've got it on. We're all right. They've just kind of got our other ones are plastic. Now that's not a criticism, but these are like I can only describe like a suedette finish. So it's just a bit more. It's just got more of a purchase if you do tend to have a bit of perspiration. It's just an easier grip. I don't know. I just find there's a difference there. Not there's a criticism to our other ones, but quite frankly, I just like the trendy zebra print. Do you know what I mean? Just funks it up a bit. So you've got your 3, the round nose, flat nose. Or as I should call them, the chain nose, and your cutters there. You've got your snippers there as well for your threads. You've got your tweezers, you've got your scooper, your reamer, if any of those wee gems are just a little bit struggling to thread through, and a little carry case there, little pocket carry case there for maybe for your bead caps or your crimps or your eye pins. So it's all very portable. It's our lovely starter kit. It's again great gift idea. It's all in one. This is brilliant, Laura, because I know that zebra print kit is $11.95 anyway. I'm sure it was, wasn't it? $11.95 when I sold that the other day when I launched it, or was close to long after the launch. So basically, for £1, you're getting our beautiful rainbow bag, our Jewellery Maker bag. £12.95. It's a win-win. Even if you've already got some tools, you never have enough. Laura has to have some on the go. She has to have some on her workstation at home. She has to have her children to get involved. Then she does it on the train. She sits upstairs. She's on the computer, and she's on the computer and she's doing the jewellery at the same time. She says, "Oh, and I rustled up this just as the train pulled into the station." I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Ooh," within seconds, and there it is. This is why you need your bag. You need your extra tools, and I'm getting very low on stock. Is it any wonder? Because that's Billy Bargain #2. It's been an absolute bestseller. We need to be quick on that. BBGC01. Hold the line, those of you on the phone line. It's only about a minute wait, but we promise we'll get you ASAP, and I want you to be successful in the show. Alrighty, so what's going to be #1? Is it the Tanzanite? No, that's later. That's for later. Although I know it's been an absolute bestseller because we're running low. It is 100 meters of silver-plated copper wire in the 0.6 gauge. So we need our chasing hammer, we need our steel block. 100 meters on the giant cog of the 0.6. What can we do with the 0.6, Laura?
Give it to me.
Give it to me, she says.
Well, you can do tons with it. I will actually have that for my phone.
You do?
Yeah, I will.
You're sure you haven't peaked too early?
No, because
Are you sure?
I've got some ideas.
Okay. So
I
she
might
wants
have to. Yeah, no, I've got some ideas.
Okay, she wants the Amazonite. There's no going back. What's she chosen?
To use wire otherwise?
Yeah, sure, you can choose whatever you want. The design decides.
To the stones,
it's nothing to do with me.
Am I allowed to? Am I allowed to use wire from the?
Oh, some of the wire from?
Yeah.
The 0.6.
No, I'll keep it fair. I will use that.
You'll use this.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. 0.6. Yeah. You can't be rummaging for a 1.0 or a 0.25.
It's not allowed to add.
Listen.
That's
I'm being
just
mean. You can have a rummage for a bit more wire. Yeah, you can, darling, because it's your speciality. Yeah. So you're going to use the 0.6. If you find some others in there that you want to have a rummage, because let's face it, I've got all the gauges on the table today.
Yeah.
I'll
try and keep it fair though. It's perfect. You can make rings with it, but it has to be. Standardly, I use 0.8, but there are rings that suit 0.6 wire. You just have to go around a couple more times. Wrap links. You can make your own findings. Perfect for coiling. Gizmo.
Brilliant.
It's really, and you can twist it. It's really good when you twist it together because you're doubling the strength. So it's tons and tons.
No wonder it's #1. Laura can have a Ferkel in the drawer. I'm not going to be wholeheartedly mean to her. Because let's face it, all our stashes at home. But as long as I just see the 0.6 featured the most, I'll be happy.
I shall not cheat.
Oh, okay. She's going to be a good girl. I'll be the first. IFJM. Outrageous. Outrageous. You listen to what she's saying about poor Laura. It's not true. But IFJM29. It's our #1 in the top 10. And you know what? Great news, not just for our Laura, but for you at home, because it's #1, because we want you to get involved with your wire work, because we want you to be inspired further on. We're going to price slash it. So this is what Laura's chosen, the flowers. She's chosen the Amazonite, the quality Amazonite as well. And the 100 meters of the 0.6 should be $19.95 for that gorgeous giant spool sterling silver plated copper wire. Lots of people on the line for this one, Laura. £6 saving. That's a cracking saving to put with our Tanzanite. Did we find that necklace yet, by the way? Has somebody made off with it? It wasn't me. They can't have done. It was stunning. Have we got a photo of it? Linda's Tanzanite necklace from Saturday. I think we've only got 2.5 hours to find that, because I've got to show it with a Tanzanite star by, because it was amazing. Just long drops hanging from a silver set. And I said, we need to put that up in the studio, because it was such a beautiful example of way of using the Tanzanite. But I don't see it anywhere at the moment. Excuse me, everybody, I've just come undone. Right, $13.95. It is my #1. So please, we have reduced it. Now, there is a bit of a wait on the phone line. I'm having a bit of a malfunction here. I do apologise. If my producer is trying to talk to me, I can't hear a thing. My earpiece has malfunctions, everybody. So what we might need to do, if it's all right with my director, can we just go to a quick little bit of footage about something or other? Just so I can fix my earpiece, because I can't hear a thing here. Because I'll need to fix this. $12.95. If you're talking to me, I can't hear anything. What are they saying to me there, Ben? All right, what we're going to do is go to a quick little bit of footage. Because I can't do it like this, look. This works at the moment, but it's not working. We're going to go to a quick bit of footage and we'll be right back with you. I'm going to fix this. I'll be right back with you in a second.
Join us on JewelleryMaker as we count down the days until Christmas. Stay tuned to see perfect Christmas gifts for all your friends and family at prices you won't believe. And what's more, anything you buy can be refunded or exchanged until the 31st of January. So for hassle-free shopping and great value, it has to be JewelleryMaker.
You can now keep in touch by liking JewelleryMaker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
Join JewelleryMaker and specialist guest designer Louise Jacobson for our basic wirework course. This class is suitable for complete beginners who wish to learn simple wire wrapping techniques to create stunning structural designs. Louise will teach you all the essential skills to get started, including basic spirals, double connectors and much more. The full course includes a range of different wire gauges, a bead scoop, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios, a chance to meet the presenters, and a visit to our Gemstone Museum. All of this for just $69.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker, bringing out the designer in you. Tune into JewelleryMaker for our Miss It, Miss Out show. Every day between 5 and 9 p.m. on Freeview Channel 50. Don't miss it or you'll miss out.
I'm back. We have transmission again and I had time for a bit of banana. Okay, sorry about that. We're just going to readdress the silver wire offer. We reduced it from $19.95 all the way down to $13.95. Only for today and today only, so please don't miss out. IFJM29, a little bit of a queue on the phone line. I'm not going to lie to you, but you're going to be successful, so please hold that line. It's looking like about 3 minutes. There is enough for everybody on that phone line right now, so please stay with me. $13.95, and anybody else that wants to phone in. And don't forget, on www.jewellerymaker.com there are no queues as well. But you're being answered as I speak. You are going to be successful, so hold that line, you gorgeous patient jewellery makers. I do appreciate your patience. Okay, so that's number one. So I'm going to give you all three of those components. My darling Laura, I'll leave those there for you, sweet pea. You carry on, do as you will throughout the day. And let's introduce some more lovely wire for you. Why not, while we're on a roll? We've got a bit of a cheeky little splendorific bundle for you, yeah. Now, we've got the 0.8, which, as you know, is a huge favourite of Laura's, which is what she was working with in the kit. And we've got the 0.6. So absolutely two fantastic gauges, 0.6 and the 0.8. And they've all got their, you know, as Laura said, what we can do with the 0.6. The 0.8 she would use for the structuring, if you like, of your torques, your bracelets, your ring shanks. We've got loads of different wirework DVDs as well. A whole catalogue devoted to you know, the wirework, as well as what you can see Laura doing live demonstrations. And she runs workshops here with us as well in the actual studios. You'll have probably heard the babble in the background. We were part of that, to be honest. But that, you know, that's the ladies getting involved. That's us getting excited about meeting each other, and you know, and get excited about jewellery and jewellery making. It's infectious, isn't it? So, two of these incredible ensembles, as it were, designer inspiration, designed by Laura, gold-coloured copper wire. So. And that's 200 metres. That is going to last a long time, isn't it, Laura?
Yeah, it's going to keep
200
going.
metres.
Yes, definitely. And it's really good. It gives you that scope to practice, to sort of, you know, be able to get a feel for a wire, play about. I mean, having the 0.6 and the 0.8, I mean, it is the most popular most loved, really.
Yeah, most used.
Gauges, you know, and the colour being gold is a nice. I mean, it's a nice, but it's a safe colour.
Yeah.
People recognise gold.
They're attracted to it.
Yeah, gold and silver. It's it's what they recognise. And also, you've got Christmas coming up.
I know.
Hello.
I know.
So you can make your own decorations.
I know. There's lovely birds. What was the lady's name again? Made the birds.
Alison.
Yes, Alison made those birds.
Yeah, and like I said,
baubles.
Think of all the rings you could make.
The rings.
You know, I often make rings out of like bead scoops. You know, and I say to the ladies in my class that if you've got a bag of scoop and a reel of 8.8 wire, just sit, and it will really help you with that mojo block as well. Yeah, gorgeous. And you just making the jump rings we could make with that if we want to do some chainmail. Jump rings, earring hooks. It's
just endless. 200 meters. Should have been as little as $34.95, but it is going to be. The little birdie tweets $29.95. So, and look at this, one of the most beautiful. This was Alison. It was Alison, wasn't it? Yeah, made the gorgeous, and she actually showed us on a live masterclass as well, which again you probably find on our YouTube, with the smoky quartzes on the wings. Oh my goodness, just gorgeous. I mean, imagine those hanging from, that would cost a fortune. From a shop, wouldn't it, to be buying that to put on? It's actually easier than you think. So instead of $34.95, $29.95. The gold looks incredible. If you want to make your own findings with the tanzanite, I mean, gosh, the richness and instantly recognizable. We love the gold. We're attracted to gold. We have been as human beings for thousands of years. Hence your ancient Egyptians and Aztecs and Mayans adorning themselves with the gold, the embellishment of the gold. So again, it's a real firm favourite, and we've taken £5 off, which is a hefty sum in the Jewellery Maker world. And that will last a long time. And you've got two of the best gauges there, the 0.8 and the 0.6. 200 meters, but it's only the offer if you take advantage of it right now. Come tomorrow, that's it. It'll be back to $34.95 to buy those 200 meters altogether. So please don't miss out on LEGC 33. Gorgeous. You got the silver as our number one. Yeah, and that should have been $19.95, that 0.6, and there you go. Two for $29.95 there. Brilliant. Go on, my darling. Let's bring the Rock Chick Revival to you, yeah. Rock, yeah. Got the finger. Rock Chick Revival. Can't even speak. So this is inspired by the designs we saw earlier with Laura, and we've got chainmail coming up as well. Look at this cheeky little number here, yeah. Look at these. So we just thought all of this would be perfect as well. So we're just thinking tying in with the second demonstration, brave statement, party statement pieces, really making an impact. So that's all coming up as well with the lovely Laura for your jewellery to be a real statement, and her jewellery is beautiful. So I can't wait for you to see that when Laura takes us through that step by step. So let's start with my obsidian. This is when your lava cools down quicker than the crystal structure, as it were, can form, and you get this lovely obsidian, this wonderful gemstone. And it almost looks, you see, it looks black on the screen, but when you look beneath it, let me see if I can get it, it almost looks like there's an underlying sheen, that you get off velvet. It's almost holographic. It's almost like there's a sparkle beneath the surface. It's not quite translating on camera, but it's very perceptible when you hold them in your hand, because they're not quite black. They almost looks like there's some gold magic, almost like Aventurescence to translate on camera for Ben. Very now extended for, of course, the festive season. They're strong, they're dynamic, there's a lot of surface luster, there's that edgy twist to them as well, and there's 290 carats for as little as $9.90. Have we started the under £10 already? That's not till 4 o'clock, is it? Crazy. £9.45, that with your gold wire. Woof. Just gorgeous. You know, what's lovely again about having so much of that gold wire, you can create those those extra jump rings, and you know when you bunch them up and just put them in between the gems, just to give that little bit of glitz, that glamour of the metal, the precious metal shining. So if you don't want to use your jump rings, create them yourselves, as Laura showed us earlier, and you can pop that in between your dress jewellery there, your jewellery. That is actually real gemstones. $9.45, DNG P86. Oh my word. Large you'll be sorry you chose already, sweetie. Look at these labradorite nuggets. I know you love it. She's away anyway making. She's happy now. Look at that for labradorescence. Oh my word. The cobalt blues, the shimmering golds. Oh, they've got such an edge, such a dynamo of energy and power. Oh, look at it. I love party statement pieces because, you know, it's edgy, it's irregular, you know, it's definitely got the edge because you've got that metallic luster that just sparkles. Look at them, you cannot repress the beauty, it's so strong. And I love the irregularity of the shapes. I love the quality of the labradorite that we've been able to source for you, because from every facet, from every angle, from every side and surface, I'm getting loads of metallic luster that just flashes like photography. Just beautiful. It's so strong. So strong. The force is strong in this one. Look at it. Look at that every which way. Gorgeous quality. These are beautiful. Talk about top-notch labradorite. The labradorescence is going into overdrive. Oh my, that is a giveaway. That's just ridiculous. $9.95. Put the golds with the golds, put the blues with the blues. They're just, stunning. $9.95 for all of this quality there. All of that wonderful labradorescence that is just so strong. It's beautiful. But again, that money back guarantee, which is almost 3 months now, gives you loads of time to enjoy all of that quality. Loads of time. And there's loads to look at on those. Again, nugget wise, there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17 on average individual nuggets of quality, and I really want to stress that quality that we sourced for you of 190 carats guaranteed. And there as well on the close-up, you were seeing the adventurescence, you were seeing those little micro inclusions, that sparkle, that fairy dust that was there beneath the surface of the obsidian. But that's the adventurescence. Oh my word, they are heaven. Lovely they are. So pretty as well with rose quartz. Put those with the rose pink copper as well. Oh, lovely. Amaze balls. Rightio, moving on. Mirror finished aluminium chainmail, scale mail. Have we got any pieces in the studio? They've all gone walkies, haven't they? They've all been stored away somewhere. Just these are the large, beautiful, oh, I've got any images, because the scale mail is so effective. I love, love, love it. And these are brand new, these ones, because these are the mirror effects, so literally as the name suggests. I'm sorry it's not open already, but what there is to protect them, because they're so polished. Can I? There's a piece of film within. Did we know what happened to those scissors, Ben? Rather than tearing the whole thing open. There's a foil on them and you just take it off and that gives you that really nice clean mirror image there. Thank you, beautiful. Yeah. Thanks, beautiful.
That's okay.
Yeah, because they're protected as it were. It's just, let's get my nail under there, isn't it? I've just, oh yeah. Here we go. So you just peel that off. So I don't want you to think, oh, they look a bit dirty, Fee. I'm not very impressed with those. Don't forget, there's a little foil, a little film on there. So when you take that off, oochie macoochie, yeah, look at that. Huh? What do you want to tell me, Ben? What do you want to tell me? You're trying to see yourself, Ben?
I want to see myself, yeah.
Oh. Am I getting you?
Almost, yeah.
No, he's trying to wave to me. I don't know, I've probably got the cameras on the ceiling. He's there, he's definitely there. You can literally, so don't forget to take off that foil, because the foil on the little film, the little plastic film is there to protect it. So that looks a bit scratched and marred. But when you get 100 of them in there, so it'll look like that, and you just think, oh, they're not great quality. Take off the film and see the magic. They're beautiful. New today. Woo! 100 for £3.95. And you know, all you have to do is literally one on a piece of leather. That's what I saw with one of Debbie's designs. And then that was it. It was just a really nice pendant. And what she had was a smaller chainmail, scale mail, I should say, over the top. Like a matte finish with a polished one or a black one. And that was just on a little bit of a leather cord. And it was just beautiful. That was it. It was like a modern take on your dog tags.
Yeah, they're gorgeous, aren't they?
They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So again, you get 100 of those, lovely and lightweight, mirror effect. You can literally see your face in them. Yeah, here's just some ideas. We've got those jump rings coming up as well with the second designer-inspired piece with Laura today. So just to give you, that's on the underside, you know, if you want to show the underside and the intricate weaving. But they're beautiful. These are the mirror effect chainmail, silver coloured aluminium large scales that are the large ones. But don't forget to take your little plastic film off so you see that lovely shine. See your face in them. They're beautiful. Beautiful, love them. Take off that plastic cover. Alrighty. Let's move on to another one. If you want to pinch one of those, I've opened them now. Box number 15. Yes, now I've moved them. Where did I put them? There we go. My pyrite faceted top drilled. She has as well. She's got that lovely silver wire. So I thought, I'll go on, girl. I know the designer only decides, but the presenters decided she can nix them. I've opened them, why not? If you feel the need. These are lovely, these are brand new today, and I put just one. I just put one with the actual you know what, the earrings earlier. And with your drops, you've got the funky drop, with your tanzanite drops. For the party season, they'd be beautiful, real statement pieces there. Gorgeous. Think about those with your earrings, just those hanging off the end of your tanzanites on the end of your drop earrings, or make your own with those wires that we've had today, because Laura's shown us how to do that. These are brand new, and I love the funky kite cut. And they're drilled from the side, you see, so you see that exquisite kite shape. And there's a lovely thickness to them as well. If I just show you the side depth. And because it's that pyrite, it's that antique looking gold, there's a kind of a texture to it. You know when mirrors start to just become mottled? That's the way it looks. It looks like the old mirrors have just sort of started to become mottled. I love, love, love them. And they're brand new today. And they add such a funky look. Look how they catch the light. Look how they dance, because the way in which they're faceted all the way around. Look at that facet, all the way to the sides. It's not just one large side. They're faceted, double-edged there. Gorgeous. Let me put them up to the neckline. 275 carats. Just love the fact that they're side drilled. So they're great for the earrings and the drop necklaces. Look how they catch the light. $9.95 for that MAGP20. They are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. What do you think? Are they catching your eye? They've caught my eye, that's for sure. Really would funk up a bracelet. They just so stand out. And there's loads on that strand as well. Loads on that strand. Let's do a quick Fifi guesstimate. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, close to 30 individual pyrite kite cuts there on that strand, which is tremendous given the price. Over just averaging 30 there. Yeah. Gorgeous. 30p each roughly. Okay, what's next? Mystic silver quartz. Beautiful with your silver wire. And you got some of that earlier in our #1 top 10. I've got another little cheeky deal coming up for you as well in the different gauges. But look at that with your silver wire, because the quartz is so clear, so beautiful, that you can actually thread through with your wire and it will imbue it further with that wonderful silver. I mean, look at it, you can see the silver through the actual quartz itself there. It's just ready for Christmas. That with some ice white pearls. I mean, even a different colour, yeah. If you're a warmer colour, if you want to, it's gonna shine through. It's gonna show through there. You're going to see it through the wires, because that quartz is so clear. It's going to take on the warmth, because of course through there, yeah, can you see it glowing there with the pinks? Through it, yeah, you have that temporary white thread, but they're so pure, the nature of them is so pure that whatever you thread through them, it will take on a sense of that identity. And these are like orbs of light with a little silver mysticism. They're like the moonbeams. 350 carats of absolutely exceptionally flawless quartz. Has to be flawless, because if you're giving it that mystique coating, that's lost unless the clarity of that quartz, you know, here, these large orbs is really exemplary. JPG PHE2, big carat weight, 12mm rounds, absolutely gorgeous. Let's bring your price in. And we're going to price slash, are we? Oh, party! That's coming up in the designer inspired section with Laura Sue. Sparkle! $8.95. Try them and see with your money back guarantee all the way. Literally 3 months to the these won't be around for 3 months, will they, Laura? Do you know what I mean? They'll be in my grubby little mitt, and that's it on the neck at the weekend. That's it. They wouldn't last 3 months.
If I had,
I'd be all over it.
If I had any choices, I would be going for them as well, because I think they're gorgeous, and they would go with so much,
wouldn't they?
If you can imagine putting them with a turquoise wire, the colours would just really bounce off of it.
I might have some cheeky turquoise later on, or even on Wednesday when we're doing a little nod to the winter wonderland. Yes, the winter wonders of the winter month. $8.95. Don't miss out. Big saving, big on beauty and quality as well. Oh, yes, please. Yes, yes, yes. Now we have that lovely, again, I'm looking to my left here, labradorite bracelet where we used the ring silver, the large rings, and you can just put droplets in between there within the silver, have them hanging down. Yeah, have them threaded through. I mean, how beautiful would a bracelet be like that with your tanzanites? That is just exquisite, isn't it? But I'm so limited on this exquisite silver. Now, all the rounds on this one are the same size, and they're textured as well. 925 sterling. Oh, it's just got to happen. Those two together are made for each other, aren't they? Just beautiful. That's part of my tanzanite offer. Should be looking at £100 for those 4 tanzanite strands, but see what we'll do. But I'm very, very limited. So I've seen gems hung from within these. Just love it. 9-inch length there, sterling silver, detailed round links. You know, you're getting that fabulous luster off the silver there because it's not plain. I don't know if you can close in on that. It's almost like a cut diagonally, the diagonal grooves cut into the silver there, so you can see the patterning. Can you see that at home? So limited though, because it's been immensely popular. The detail is just gorgeous. $11.95 sterling, 9 inches. I mean, that is a I mean, I just say bracelet because of the length. But you've got that extra length there. The tanzanite drops, even if you just had a tanzanite drop hanging from between every other one, hanging between every other one. Just one, miss a one, miss. What a fantastic bracelet that would be. Or part of an exquisite necklace as well. I mean, I've seen them cut up individually as well for earrings. It's just so beautiful and rich and alluring. But I'm very low in stock at $11.95. MBAR 32. Okay, moving on. Oh, I do love number 17 as well. Any chance we could do that? Beautiful. Okay, statement skirts. Look at these. I love these. But they're not quite symmetric. They're on an angle. Can you see that at home? It's almost more of a sort of angular trapezoid. So it's like almost perpendicular. So it's not quite symmetric, yeah? But that's what I love about them. They've got that edge. Aren't they gorgeous? Imagine that with your party pieces, like with your gold wire. Oh, the drama, the dramatic edge. So striking. Brand new today, the black obsidian trapezoids, 200 carats. So again, flatter on the underside and then almost convex. So yeah, well they are. If I just show you the profile, convex there. So you get that lovely luster. You can see like the movement of the light is triangular. Beautiful. And the little flecks within there, it's hard, it's like I said, I keep saying it's almost imperceptible. They are sort of gold, so that's why it lends itself with the gold wire. These are gorgeous. I'm going to put them on. We're going to bring you a price. Brand new today. So brand new shape. And rocking up at a mere $9.95. Oh, the graphics have disappeared, so I'll tell you. Where have they gone? $9.95. That's what we're going to do them for, $9.95. The computer was so offended by that ridiculous price, he took himself off the screen. It's literally, the computer is saying no. Oh dear. Computer is kaput. There we go. $9.95 INGP 03, under £10. Okay, love those. Please be quick, please be quick. Having to have a delve there. Oh, I want these. These are gorgeous. Look at these hematite rounds. These are fantastico. Look at these. Do you love them? Do you want them? Have you got to have them? Yes, 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 yes. Look at them having a party all of their own. Oh, they're just magnificent. What we could do. You know, you could create your own sort of chain links and have those jumping through them. Just again, the bauble earrings, baublicious. The luster off them with your gunmetal findings as well that we've had. Oh my word. Very low in stock because they've been one of our absolute best sellers. It's just a little rock chick extra. Would have been in the top 10, but there just wasn't enough stock. 700 carats as well. And if you like, this would be, you know, the extra one, the 1A and 1B, because it's an absolute bestseller. CCJK27. No, I'm not ready for this, but I'm being warned to be ready for it. Oh, $5.95. They are going to make any design truly rock. Truly rock. Have a little look. Look at those. Aren't they fabulous? They're just fantastic, aren't they? I love them. Imagine how they'd funk up something as alluring and demure as a white pearl. Oh, again, all with the tanzanite, because tanzanite just goes with everything, you know, creating a really fresh design. They've just got the edge. They've just captured your imagination. They just catch your eye. You know, if you've bought any hematite, you know, make the jewellery full of hematite. If you've got hematite at home, you remember our Loop the Loop kit? I always go on about it because I'll never forget it. It was all hematite. Just make the whole piece out of hematite. That'll be the piece to have on your show-stopping stand on the edge to make people stop in their tracks, because it will. $5.95. Gorgeous. Quick as you can. CCJK27. Box number 17. I'm desperate to do these. This is the one I wanted to do because they are the stars. And they're beautiful. Look at these. Star! We know the stars and the flowers are two of our most popular, as you know, with the hearts. Look at those. 5-sided star with a star within and another star within. Aren't they absolutely stunning? So eye-catching, so well made. You get 2 in the pack. They've been going so well. Again, they're so festive. Do join me on Wednesday for our Winter Wonderland section, because I'm just thinking pearls, ice white quartz, that silver quartz there that we had. Mix it in with the black as well. Oh, you know, as a pendant hanging down. Be beautiful, wouldn't it? Absolutely beautiful. For a real key feature piece. Let's put that up against the neckline bend so everyone can see how fantastic these are. You could have 2, yeah, well, because the fun of it is you've got 2. You could do the earrings as well, but look at that. Look at the shine and the luster. It's like glowing like Gabriel's star, isn't it? Literally is the star of the north. Beautiful. We'd find the baby Jesus there, wouldn't we? We were following that star, wouldn't we? As the shepherds did and the 3 wise men. I'll have to explain it all again to Jed again this Christmas. He's always concerned about the donkey. $4.95 for the 2. Look at it. Look at that for silver and how eye-catching that is. You can see that across the studio. $4.95 and you get 2. Isn't that amazing? I think that's amazing. Do you think that's amazing? I think that's gorgeous. Do you think that's gorgeous?
You know what looks really good with those two is if you put them together and position them over each other, it creates a really cool sort of star effect. Yeah, that.
So layer them over. Sorry, darling, I'm just trying to find something for us. Layer them over. Oh.
So if you place one on top of the other,
yeah,
and then just change the position. So no, not quite. Just lock them in a bit.
Bit more.
Twist them around a bit.
Out a bit.
Twist it. Come here.
Oh, I'm with you. Sorry,
That's it.
darling.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
how cool is that?
Wow. Now it's like a snowflake.
Yeah, and then you can just get like a small, really small sort of delicate bead in the middle.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
And then just put that in the middle and it would bind it all together.
Oh, that'd be beautiful. Maybe just one of our little tanzanites in the middle there. One of the little tanzanite
Little
drops
drop,
there.
just bring it in the middle. Just
that
a bit
one
of wire,
little,
pull it
yeah.
through.
Just one of the little tanzanite drops in the middle there with the wire. Oh, that'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Oh, you've got to get 2 now. Got to get 2, so we've got to create that, and you know have the separate ones as well for earrings.
Yeah.
So we need to buy 2 packs, but I'm very limited. 2, the solid silver for $4.95. Okay. Chainmail is coming up soon as well with our Rock Chick revival. So. Oh, we're doing this now. Oh, right, okay. It is the second designer inspired feature, as it were, with the lovely Laura, and we will bring you more of the wire bundles later as well. And it features, I've already given some sneaky peeks because we've actually got the links for the chainmail in this bright purple. And you get 100 of those, and they're saw cut, and these are the 9mm. Then you get the lovely bright pink, and these are the 5mm, and this is your anodized aluminium. Then you get, so you got your 9 and your 5. You get the 5mm in your bright cobalt blue, and then you also get the 6mm in the bright silver. So 2 packs of the 5 in the blue and the pink, and the 6mm in your silver, 100 of those, and then 100 of the 9mm purples as well. So they're the already saw cut anodized aluminium jump rings. Yeah, this is your disco chainmail. Gorgeous. So great with some of the pieces that we just showed you, you know, especially that scale mail we just had. Then we're also including in it, again, thinking of the funky colours, the bright colours, the 1mm gauge turquoise wire, which Laura mentioned earlier, which would look fantastic with the Amazonite. 1mm, 10 meters of that great bright colour, turquoise copper wire. And we've got the Mystic coloured coated hematite, which is a party all in itself, which all of those colours go with that. All of them do, because you're seeing all of those colours in it, aren't you? So that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And you get 250 carats of the 10mm banded agate as well. So beautiful bright colours there. So 2 lots. 275 of the Mystic coated coloured hematite 8mm rounds, 250 carats of the banded agates, the purple anodized 9mm jump rings, the silver jump rings that are 6mm, the 5mm in the pink, the 5mm in the royal blue. All of those you get 100 of each, and then 10 meters of the turquoise coloured copper wire, 1mm thick. Now, don't forget those. The silver coloured quartzes that, you know, with the copper wire, the turquoise copper wire, if you've already got those large silver white quartzes that were beautiful, I showed you a minute ago, look at those with the imbued with the, and I hopefully have some turquoise for you on Wednesday as well. If not, at some point today. Yeah, so it's gonna pick up that, see I'm picking up the bright turquoise there as well. It's gonna do that. So they'd be beautiful in with that as well. Very, very Christmassy. So this is what we've given Laura, our second designer inspired inspiration. Now all of this separately, 400 of the jump rings, 2 strands, a large spool of 10 meters of the 1 millimeter thick copper wire. We should be looking at as little as £30 and 15 pence. But you know what? Because you are going to be inspired by the gorgeous Laura's designs, we're going to go lower. Yeah, we're going to go lower. Instead of £30, we're going to give it to you. And when you see a design, you're going to want to make it. So save yourself the heartache. Get it now. Watch the designs. Take the step-by-step guidance she's going to give us. Yeah. There's that cheeky little silver one hiding in the background there. Yeah. There he is. And recreate, or indeed, you know, come up with your own fantastic ideas. Should be £30. We're looking for as little as £19.95, so 400 jump rings there. The range of 5 to 6 to 9 millimeter, the 1 millimeter gauge, 10 meters turquoise wire. Great deal with the fuchsia agate, banded agate, and the disco flavour of the mystic colour-coated hematites, 8 millimeter faceted rounds. Oh, do you need anything I've got over here, beautiful, before I join you?
No. All I was going to say was, could you bring over the hammer with you when you come?
I'll certainly bring the hammer.
Plate, please.
The hammer and our anvil. Yes, indeed, I will. Quick swig of gin helps the day go quicker. There we go, my darling.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's what we had earlier in our top 10, so I hope you got those. Alrighty.
Right.
So, oh, it's so exciting. Beautiful. Look at that for a rock chick statement necklace. Got all my colours on today. It's like we planned it.
It's like we planned it, see?
Look at this, it's beautiful.
And I didn't know the name of it either when I got the kit, you know.
Oh yeah, it's well.
I didn't realise it was disco chainmail.
The disco chainmail, yeah.
Well, you know, I was going for like a disco glam, but.
Look, I'm going to show you all the way around the length and breadth of this necklace. Look at that. You can't buy beauty like that. You have to make it. Let's go all the way around, because then it there is a transition into the pink and silver. And a lovely detailed finish there with a turquoise shepherd hook made from the wire. So isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. And then these flamboyant, tremendous earrings as well. So you even had time to make a cheeky pair of earrings.
I did. The 1 mil wire is too thick to actually make your own earring hooks for. It's too thick to go through your ear.
Okay.
However, I did happen to borrow
a pair of shepherd hooks. We always have.
Well, they were left over from the second kit, the first kit, so I just nabbed them from there.
Exactly. So. Obviously, if we got the 0.8 and the 0.6 earlier, we can do that. I'm going to be very cheeky. I know you're going to show us it, but I'm dying to see this on the neckline. If I just make sure I haven't got too much frou-frou around, just so you can see it on the neck. Oh, look at that! How beautiful is that? Look at the way it catches the light. Just gorgeous. I mean, obviously I've got the wrong top on, but in terms of I'd have an off-the-shoulder number, or you know your dress.
I'm just thinking like little black dress. You've got your dare we say it? You've got Christmas parties coming up.
See ya.
It's colour coded for you, isn't it?
I love it. I just love the colours. Anyway, let's see how we make it with our fantastic saving.
Okay, well what I'm going to do, if it's all right, is I'm going to use the second colourway, just because the colours are going to stand out better against what
when you're demonstrating.
Yeah. So when you'll see it as well, and it gives you a chance to see it how colours actually do make a difference on a design.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if you do the same design but in a different colour,
it
does completely transform it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Lovely. Yeah, all for that.
Please bear with me. I've never demoed chainmail before, so and I wrote myself some notes just of what the names of the weaves are.
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with that.
There are a couple of different.
There some notes over there.
Well, I just didn't want to get it wrong. There's a couple of different weaves in here. Basically, the pink and the silver is what we call a 2-in-1, and it's that for an obvious reason. It's two
with and then around one. Yeah.
Okay, but I will show that. The main section is actually called, and it's a really silly name. It's called Rhinos Snorting Drano.
Excuse Excuse me?
It really is called that.
Rhinos snorting.
Drano.
Who on earth came up with that?
I don't know who named that, but
I don't even know what the Drano means.
Really pretty weave. So I had to write it down to make sure that I got it right. And then, but that's that section there.
That's the section here.
Yeah, it's only the main section itself, and then I've obviously added to that with the drops. And then the little tiny sections around the agate, the little silver bits, little Mobius.
Mobus, okay.
But I will break them all down for you. So
lovely.
it's just like
Thank
a
you,
selection of
Techniques.
different types of weaves and just putting them all together. And the thing with when you do chainmail, once you've got the design, it actually doesn't take as long. I mean, I've been stood here for the last sort of hour prepping, and I've done so much more than it took me when I did the original design.
Because you know the technique.
Because you know the technique, because you know, it's putting the techniques together, playing about with the design. Does that work? No, it doesn't. As soon as you've got it, you'll be able to reproduce it a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But take that time, like I said earlier, take that time to play about with a design. Okay, so we're going for a slightly different colourway here. I don't know the sizes of the rings.
But we've got the, do you mean the ones you're using, or the ones in the pack are 6, 9mm and 5?
Actually, I will use the ones from the pack just so that you can relate them to the weaves that I'm doing there. And I've got some sections done under there.
Okay, darling, yeah.
And then you can relate to what I'm doing because you'll see the colours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the blues are the 5, the purples are 9, and your pinks are 5, and your silvers, I think it's the silver that's the 6.
This is the silver?
Yeah.
6?
6, yeah.
Oh, I thought the silver was smaller.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it anyway. So I'm just going to start off with the main section, which is the purple and the blue. Now,
yeah, you're right. Sorry to interrupt you, but you're right.
They are smaller,
do look
aren't
smaller.
They are smaller.
They are, yeah. So I think that's slightly wrong because they are smaller, and everybody's going to find that. So if they're 5, the silver must be 4.
Yeah, I think you can tell by looking at, because the blue and the pink are the same size.
Yeah.
And the silver are slightly smaller.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody, we're just having a discussion about this. It's just that you will get that home, and it's important. So all I would say is, let me just get me ruler. Let's establish this. Let's sort this out. You get some of those silver ones out for me, beautiful. So we know the pink. We know the large purples are 9. I'm just going to measure these for you. We know our blueies. Do you know what? Our blueies are actually 8. Our pinkies. So this is where our pinkies are actually
8.
8.
I reckon these must be 6.
I think the silvers are 6. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
6. Maybe 6.5, maybe 6.5.
So we've established
6.5, which is right.
6.5 for your silvers,
but the pink,
8 for the pinks, 8 for the blueies, 9 for the
purple.
Shall we just check?
Shall we just check?
9 for the purplies.
No, we like to make sure.
I can see it that they look physically smaller on your design. I know. Well, the thing on the thing confused me there, so we're easily confused. We'll crack on. They are 9.
They are 9.
They are 9.
There we go. Okay. So earlier on, I said about having these flat nose pliers,
which we had in our tool offer earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, they're brilliant. If you've got 2 pairs, get 2 pairs because
great for
they're really good for this. But if not, then you can use your chain nose and your flat nose to get that. So with these, basically, these are open, but you'll find some of them are linking together. You'll find some of them are kind of half open. So with some of them you'll need them open, with some you won't need them open, you'll just need them to be closed. With the purples for this weave, they don't need to be opened, they can be closed, which is really good if you ever use the rubber rings, because there's a design that you can use the rubber rings for, because you don't have to physically open the rings. So take the time, and this is where chainmail becomes time consuming. You have got to just take that little bit of time to close all of the jump rings to make sure that they're all nice and flush. These are saw cut, so they sit really beautifully together. However, if you don't close them properly, you can see it, because obviously being coloured, a flash of copper will come through. So take that time if you really want that good finish. Okay, so all I do to close them is I'm literally just holding it in my chain nose, and just with this, and you just literally wiggle them together until they sit nice and flush, and then they're going to sit nice and flush together, and there'll be absolutely no gap on that at all. Okay, so take the time to do that with with your purple jump rings. If you know how many you're going to need, then brilliant, work it out. But if not, just do a batch, and then if you need more, you can just do more. And I'm just doing, it's just literally wiggling them together. They do sometimes make a little sort of snappy noise.
Like they've just found each other's
end. Like they just literally click together. You can just use your fingers, but these are really strong.
Oh, right.
Really strong, like much stronger than what we get in our kits. So to save, but we do have a jump ring.
The little ring
finger.
Opener. Yeah, we do.
Things, which are brilliant for that.
Yeah, I had that on the other day actually. Yeah.
So just take that time. So I'm just going to do a couple quickly.
That'll be on the website anyway. It's like a little ring, jump ring open.
It's like a ring with 2 little slots, and then you just use it to open and close them. But this will save you time, believe it or not, when you start doing the weave.
Long term, right.
Okay, so I'm just going to do a couple. Right, so I've got a couple of those. When you do this weave, normally you do it with the same size jump ring throughout. But because I want to just give it a bit of variety, I used the 2 different size jump rings, just to give it a bit of difference. However, on the second kit, I've done it using the same, so you can see the difference of making it makes using different jump rings.
Yeah.
Okay. With the blue ones, these are all going to actually need to be opened. I'm not going to take that time now, but if you had the time, open them all up before you go. So what I want to do is I'm going to start off with a blue jump ring, and then I'm just going to add 2 of my closed purple jump rings. Taking my pliers, and you can see why these are really essential. Just close that together, okay? So then I want to lay this down. I'm going to see if I can do it with it laid down on the mat. If not, then I will hold it up. So when I see it from my view, I'm just going to do this here for you to see it like this. So this is how it would be laid down in front of me. You position the 2, oops, let me do that again. Sorry, it's a lot easier when it's laid down in front of you on a mat. So I'm going to position, can you just about see that there? And so there is almost, see that little sort of half an eye? Just in the middle where those 2 jump rings, it's just like a little eye. So if I move my finger quickly, now it's going to run off. But what we want to do is form that little eye there, so it's led down like this. Little trick, just a little tip, sorry, is to make sure that they're always the same, because it's easy to do it with the top jump ring on top, and then when you get halfway down the chain, you might not realise and put them the wrong way round.
Yeah, and spoil the effect.
And it'll just spoil the effect. So just make sure that, you know, if you're having the top one layered on top of the bottom one, make sure that it's the same with every single link.
Repetition, yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, if you do have any questions for Laura as well, text us in on 60777, especially if it's relating to the chain mail or anything we're showing you right now, and start your message James Studio, because we're definitely here to help.
Okay, so where I've got that sort of little eye, it's going to be really hard to show you this now, but what I'm going to do is, it's not going to show on there, so what I'll do is I'll show it here.
Yes, I think up helps. Yeah.
I can just show what I've done there, I don't know if you can get that. What I've done, so it's not the best of angles, but I've hooked that blue jump ring over the eye in effect. So it's actually gone through the middle, and then if I do that, it's just going to, and close it, you'll see it's actually going to just go over the middle of the jump ring, middle of the 2 jump rings. So can you see that? Doesn't help, they're really, really tiny. But just there, see, it's just in the middle. Can you see that okay?
Be able to hang it from in the front here, just hang up with the pliers, as it were.
No, it'll fall.
Oh, right.
There we go.
There we go, yeah.
Just about like that. Can you see it like that?
Yes, yeah.
See?
Yes, that's better.
It.
Yeah,
it's just
thank
over
you,
the
darling.
eye.
Yeah.
So it's really tricky, because as soon as I let it go, it loses its shape. It's being held like this because of how I'm holding it. So it's literally over that little eye bit. There you go. That's perfect.
Lovely.
Just that little eye bit there. Oh no, now it works clearly. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay that down. I'm going to add another blue and add 2 more of the purple.
Okay.
And bear in mind, you don't have to mix the sizes and colours up if you don't want to.
Okay.
You can do this using all of the same one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to find that back for you, how we had that. Okay. So, oops. So what I mean about as soon as you let it go. See that tiny little, can you just see that tiny little, bear with me, I'm going to put that down and I'm just going to show you where I'm going to put it. So see that little bit there, that tiny little half an eye, see the eye there? There it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this jump ring right through, so I'm going to actually, can you open a large purple one for me, please? Just because it'll be easier to show. I know it's easier to show if you've got
opened enough?
a bit more, please. You see what I mean about how strong they are?
Yeah, I tell you what, they really are.
That's it.
Is that enough?
Yep. So this would be the blue one with the pears on. What it would do is go through that bit there.
Ah, through the eye, yeah.
And through that bit there, and when I let it go, it's like that. So it's gone right through there. And that would have the 2 extra jump rings on. In fact, I'll just add them on for you there. And you can add them on, and that's why you want them a parlour closed, because you won't need them. And then just, because they are really strong, use your pliers. Okay. And it's just, that is literally it. It's repetition. So literally you lay it back down. I've got that eye again, and both my top ring is laying on top of my bottom ring.
I think it's because the blue and the purple's so close in colour. I think if we could...
That's why it's quite hard to sort of...
To see.
I'm just going to use the same again. So just literally, if you think where... See, there's that sort of little... Let me reverse it for you. That was my shoes. See that little sort of bit there? Just going to thread
right through the middle.
That bit there. But I've threaded, I've actually gone, whereas with the other one we go through it, but that one is just going over the edge of it. Can you see that like that? Is that okay?
Yeah.
And then you just literally do that up, and then when it's hanging, it will hang like that.
Yeah.
There, that's the best way to show it. You see how that's gone through? And then that's now, when I let it go, it drops over the section, and if I keep it held like that and open another one, straight through that bit there. The top 2 bit. If you can show that, that's exactly how it is. Never let that go. Then you would add 2 more jump rings, close it. Now I've added jump rings that aren't actually shut, so if you do that, you can easily just rotate and close them, and then lay it back down, and it's still there, and it's literally, and then I'll just do a couple more. So just literally.
We use a different colour, just because I think that might help, darling, just to see what you're just to mix in. On your design, just a different colours for the camera.
That's a different colour size. Yeah, that's the same size. No, that's good.
I realise
it's the same size but different colour.
Okay, darling. Yeah, just we'll see it a little bit.
So you've got your starting one there. Okay, and then I'm going to add 2 onto that starting one. So it's just literally hanging there like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Lay them, when I lay them down, they're going to look like that when you lay them down. That's how they'll look to you. So you have 1 on top and then 1 underneath.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take a purple one now.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Okay. I want this.
I can see the eye.
See the eye?
Yeah. We're going through.
Over the eye. Oops. Just like that. So I've just literally caught it like that. So there we go. When I do that up.
Yeah.
So before I do that up.
You're going to add another 2, is it? No?
No, this is wrong. That's it. When you lay that down, that's going to sit over the eye bit, over the middle. Then
it's very 3D, isn't it?
It is very 3D, yeah. So now I'm going to add a purple one just to show you exactly where it's going to go through. Add 2 more to that one before you add it.
That was a purple. We've just slipped on 2 rose gold coloured ones.
So now I've got that gap in the middle still. See that gap?
Yep.
That's it. And I'm just going to thread that straight through that gap and close it. When you lay it back down, it's repeat it exactly the same. So another purple, pick it up, go over that eye, so I'm just that's it, just getting that to sit, and that's just going to go like that then, and sit just like that, and then I'm going to add another purple.
And we have our chainmail DVDs as well, which
Yes.
this is, I've got some coming up actually as well that I can bring you in a bundle.
I think Debbie uses shower hooks, and I think
Yeah.
I need to get some shower hooks to show it a lot easier, because it is hard.
I know
to
the different
show.
colours definitely helps when I did
Yes.
it with her. So
And then basically, yeah, there's my sort of little bit again there, and then just pop that through, and then just close it. When you lay it down, when you can see it laid down in front of you, you can see how it does take shape. So I would add another one now over that eye, and then just add 2 to a ring to thread through there.
Lovely.
And it does just build up, and I have got it in the
darling.
second.
yeah, you were whizzing doing that earlier. Yeah, once you said you know the
Once you've got it, look, that's
pattern.
basically what you're going to be getting. So that section there is with it all done in the same size jump rings.
It's beautiful. Yes, it's like it sort of sits like an orb in the middle, doesn't it? Like a
With the
3D.
slightly smaller ones, they sort of scoot to the side.
Yeah.
But with the same size, they sit across the middle.
Beautiful. And we're going to bring you both the chainmail DVDs in a minute. So we've got it there at the bottom of the screen. Get both of those. Bear with me, they are here, $6.95. So sorry to interrupt you there, Laura, because I can see you
it's
right
fine.
in the thread of your
No, it's fine.
design. But that's the 2. And again, the nice thing is, again, if you're able to record what Laura's just done, you can stop and start and replay. So again, they show the different techniques on there, the different chainmails. Now they're normally $4.95 each, so we'll give you both of those $6.95 at the bottom of the screen there, KAGC24.
I mean, I can write out the instructions as well.
Yeah,
and I can
on your
put that on. And,
Facebook
the information
page.
is out there as well.
That would be
there's lots of
great.
information
Yeah,
on
that'd be
chainmail.
brilliant.
It's just really tricky to show because it's such a small.
Yeah, and it's a more, it's the next step up if you want to be in the chainmail league, as it were.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just I will get shower hooks next time, or the curtain hooks that amazing Debbie used.
Well, you're using what we've given you, my love, so...
it's hard to show with those, but hopefully that makes sense. So if you just think of the eye in the middle.
Eye in the middle.
Eye in the middle, so you've got to put the jump ring over the eye, then you add a jump ring through the middle of the eye, and add 2 jump rings. And you just build it up, and it does build really, really quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for a nice easy one now, and that's the 2-in-1, and it is literally what it says, 2-in-1.
I can manage this one.
Okay, and this looks really good when you just want a nice simple chain. You just want to do a nice chain. And what I love about these aluminium rings is there's just no weight. As this is now, there's just no weight to it.
Yeah,
it's like weightless.
but it's a full look, isn't it? Yeah.
Again, pre-cut all of your, pre-close all of your smaller gauge jump rings, the smallest ones that you've got. In this packet's the silver ones.
Yeah.
Okay, in this second packet's the gold ones. And it's really simple. You literally, you go, open up one of them and add 2 closed jump rings. Close it. I need to change these round. Sorry, it's just me, personal preference. I find it easier. And then, with one of the smaller ones, which are the ones that you've got 2 the same colour of, just thread it through the 2 closed jump rings, add another 2 closed jump rings, close it, and then take another larger jump ring, thread it through those 2 jump rings, add another 2 jump rings,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I can see how that's building, yeah.
And that's it, and it grows
Yeah.
really, really quick. It's really nice for a charm bracelet as well.
Yeah, and this is why it's good when the pack's got 100 of each.
Yeah,
You've got
because you can
plenty.
really mix it up as well. I mean,
Yeah.
on this one I've chosen to mix up the 2 colours, and you can see how it just changes the tone of it all as
Yeah.
well. Okay, so that is basically how we build the actual necklace shape up itself. Okay, so then I will show you just quickly how we do the shepherd hook and the clasp quickly, because it's only simple. You don't need to make a jump ring. Well, you can if you want to, and I've already shown how you can do a jump ring. To make the actual clasp on the back, that one there, yeah. I'm just literally going to put my pliers right at the very end of the wire, right at the smallest end, and just
You've got
turn.
the copper coloured turquoise wire in your kit.
Just want to make a really, really tiny little loop. Okay, really tiny. You've got the orange mandrel, as I said, I do use this for everything. Just place it and just literally wrap it around. Doesn't matter that my little piece sort of turned in a different direction, it doesn't matter. Take it off, place your pliers back in, and simply wrap around and cut. And then I just straighten out the little twist, and there is your little clasp.
Lovely.
Okay, and you just pop that on. Now if you want to hammer it lightly, then you can hammer that, and that'll just strengthen it a little bit more. Okay, and that's how you make the whole necklace itself. So you would, if you want to make a matching jump ring, then you can. It's preference.
And how have you added your gems into your these are the jump rings you've made out of the wire, so you've made them to the size.
To make the drops.
Am I jumping ahead? Was that what we were going to now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to the drops, don't worry. So when you've got the planned sort of, so I've got tons of jump rings around now. There we go, move them to the side. So bringing it together, you're going to find what will be your centre, in effect. And I actually counted, there's 17 of the sort of links on this. Okay, so it gives you a nice odd number to be the centre. I'd like to say I planned that, it just happened to be a fluke. So I'm just going to place that, and you'll find that. So I started off with this necklace, I started off with the main centre drop, the actual circle.
Yes.
And for that I used a nail varnish pot to get that nice round shape. And just literally holding the wire, just wrapping it around. As I have said that this new wire is a bit softer, so with this you could always wrap around a couple of times if you want. I'm just going to wrap it, keep wrapping it around, and it's just like you've made a giant jump ring, just giant coil.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just want to cut. So I've got a circle. You can do this any size. If you want it a little bit bigger, don't cut an exact circle. So if I wanted it a little bit bigger, which I should have done really, what I've done there is I've cut a length either side of the circle, and then with that, taking the end, I can just, at the largest part of my pliers, bring it around to create a loop. Okay? And then I want to create a loop with the other side, so make sure it's about the same sort of length. And then, because what I want is this loop, ideally I'd like them to sit together like this, so that they actually look like one link.
Yes, yeah.
Okay?
And those tools are at the bottom of the screen there, the cutters that Laura's using, and we had the wire twisting tool in there, as well as the flat nose and
side cutters.
And the side cutters there that we were using. So that's all at the bottom of the screen there if you missed the deal on those. It should have been £18 and it's £11.95 for all three.
So what I'm going to do, just because, as I said earlier, this new wire is a little bit softer, so I want it to keep its shape. So what I'm going to do is just lightly hammer. I'm not hammering the actual loops I've made, I'm just hammering the actual circle itself, just to give it a bit of strength. I'm doing it light. It's not actually changed it too much, but it's just given it a little bit more strength. Okay, so that's now a nice sort of size again. Right, so now with the actual centre part, I'm not going to do it all, but I basically just made a selection of the slightly smaller jump rings, and I just made a chain. My initial thought was to have a section of chain coming down the middle, but it kept sliding to and from the side.
Okay.
So I improvised, and then I added a few extra bits, and they kept sliding to the side. But I quite liked the sort of flowing way that they all kind of flowed, so I just went with it, which is what sometimes you've got to do when you're doing a design. So this is literally a link in link. So it's a link with a silver. So I think I went pink, silver. I used the two smaller sizes, middle sizes, and the smaller size. And I'm literally just linking them together. Just like that. So I'm just using the smaller one to link the two larger ones together. Just alternated the colour. I'm not shutting them properly. Just
we're
because
demonstrating that.
it takes time to shut them all properly. But obviously take that time. And then just one more. So I'm just going to have one more pink. Now what I'm going to do with the pink before I add it is add it to the frame and then close it. So that's now on the frame. And now I can see how many more I need to go down to the bottom. So I can just add that and a different one, a blue one. Let's see a blue one, there it is. And then probably get one more round in.
About 7, I think, on this design, but depends on I think there's about 7 on the design, but of course it depends how big you.
Oh yeah, it depends on the size of your loop. So that's got a bit of movement, but it doesn't matter. You can end it on a smaller one. And you just did, and then all I did was just branched a couple out from the middle. And then they all kind of hold each other, and then it does all link in together. But then, that's because I did that, is what happens when you don't shut your jump rings properly. They open. Okay, see, it's just because I didn't shut the jump rings properly.
Yeah, I know, because we're demonstrating. Yeah.
So then just to add a little bit of the feature to the side, I just literally cut another length off, cut a tiny little loop, attach that to the frame exactly the same way. Close it with your pliers. Just try and close it quite tight. Doesn't matter if it's too tight, as long as it holds. That's it. And then you just literally thread some of your gemstones on. I used the lovely hematite on that because they were just so glittery and sparkly.
Yes, yeah.
1, 2, 3. And then just literally, when you're happy with the placement of it, just create another loop. Okay. And then to make the actual ones here that are hanging off the side here, did them a little bit differently.
That was our
pendant. The ones with the actual blue wire. So that's the pendant, and then obviously just link it in. But to make the additional links, what I'm going to do is take in my wire and take in my stone. I just want to feed it just through the stone, but only about halfway. I don't want it to go all the way through. I want it to not come out the stone. And then, literally, I'm turning the stone with my hand. I mean, it's still going to come off like this, but I want to lock that in. So I'm just literally turning it with my fingers and mold it and get it to hug nice and close to the actual stone. And then when you're happy with how it's sitting, so now it's sitting just like that, it looks like a little apple. Just cut the wire where it meets the initial join. Take your pliers and just gently sort of fold it in so there's no edge. There really isn't anything sharp about that. Even though the edge hasn't been sort of tucked in anywhere, there is no sharp edge there. It's not the neatest look, but it gives a nice organic look to it anyway. And that bead will be nice and happy in there. And that's not going to go anywhere.
You need a happy bead.
You need a happy bead. It'd be nice and happy in there. And then to attach it, all you need to do, again, using whichever jump ring you feel really. You want to sort of break it up a little bit. Bear in mind I'm using a different colourway now. I always, when I attach the jump ring, attach it to the loop that's coming out of the bead. So the bead, the wire went in here, came out around here. So I always want to attach it, if I can, to that part there. Okay, and then you just find where you want it to go, to be honest, and just hang it. Now on this, I hung it on the single loops, which joined. So in between each of the links, just hung it on there. And just literally attach it and close it. So when you open it like that, it is just on that single link. And place it down a little bit further, place it wherever you want it to go. But what I did when I got to the middle three was I actually hung them from the actual link itself, the actual Drano link itself. So you've got joining links to link each one together.
Oh yes, I see, yes.
And actually,
these are hanging from, you see that? Like you said, they've gone
they're
through
actually hanging from the actual, almost like the actual link itself, not the connecting link.
Yeah. I think we can see that on the camera there.
See that
so
there?
your other one was on the middle one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas these two are the actual,
And that's just by looking at the design and thinking, well, I've got a gap there, want to add another one.
The way
Can
it
I sort of
hangs?
add it into the design and playing it like that? So that's how we link those together. And I'm just going to show you what we call a Mobus. Mobus, I think it's called Mobus. It's Mobus or Mobius. It's one of them.
You're looking to me. I actually have no idea. It's a new one on me.
Mobius. It's a really
I'd love to
cute-
confirm either or, but I'll go with whatever you think.
I'm going to do this on one of
Mobus.
the larger jump rings, just so you can see. Take a jump ring, open it up, pop a jump ring on. Join both jump rings together nicely, so they're all nice and joined. Okay. I'm going to use a different colour.
Thank you. Different colours help me, yes.
Okay.
Again, does this need to be all the same size?
Yes.
Yes, right, okay.
And threading it, so if you can see, I hold both of those wires together and they just sit together like that. And they're already kind of overlapping each other. Just pop that wire right through both of them and close it. Now the smaller the jump ring you use, the more, the tighter the look. So you know you had those Chandy jump rings and they had like the 3-layered look to them. It would look like that.
Right.
So I'll just get something to show it on. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. You thread through the middle and what happens is it will sit like that. Don't know if you can see that. Probably can't see it too clearly. You see those? It's like a little cluster, like a little knot. See it?
you can
Just
see all
like that.
three,
The smaller the jump ring you use, so if you can see it on this one, or even in the earrings, is probably a better. They're done using the smaller jump rings.
Yes, I think that's...
And it makes it more compact, so it makes it more like a little...
silver one,
See that there? And they're just a really cute little...
It's like the Russian wedding rings, isn't it? The way the three... Yeah. It's a lovely addition. It's just a different way of, rather than just layering three one on top of the other.
Yeah, it just gives a bit more texture to it.
Just a bit more twist.
So use the smaller jump rings when you do that technique, and you'll get that more sort of, it'll look more solid.
Yeah.
Obviously the bigger jump rings you use, the less solid it looks. But it still is quite nice for a bit of texture if you had a cluster of those going through. So if you had something like that, and then like that, you've got that nice little
with
bit
the bigger
of
gems
cluster.
there. Yeah,
So you know it's a really nice little.
Sorry, we didn't see that, darling.
Sorry.
It's all right, sweetie. Yeah, it's all right, darling. It's lovely like that.
You can
I like
see
that
how
a lot.
you can really
I
see
quite
the
like
effect there.
using the different colours there as well.
Yeah. You could use 3 different colours.
Yeah.
And then just get a real different look, but they do need to be the same size. And you know, when you condense it like that, you can see it properly.
Beautiful.
All right, and you could even hang things off of that link as well.
True,
you know, chainmail is really, really versatile. There are lots of weaves, but it's all about putting your own sort of. You don't have to stick to those weaves. You can sort of, sort of vary them a bit yourself. Okay, so all I'm going to show you now is just how I've done these little links here, where they're actually sat in it. The ones for the earrings.
Ah, yes. So we're doing this little section here, which is
all the same one. This one's built up of lots of little bits.
Same as your earring here.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's just built up lots of little sections, and you use each section, just build it all together. When you try and break it down, it sounds like a lot, but when you sat down doing it, it's really not.
And it's repetition of the two and the
really
one there.
Quickly.
And what you just showed us there, yeah.
Okay, so it makes a really nice bracelet, that one on its own.
Oh, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
It's just really nice. It's just a funky
Should we do this in with your nice, because I'm going to bring on my golds and my bronzes. Do you want to use this with your nice golds and your rose golds?
Yep. Well, I'm actually going to be using wire mainly.
Oh, my wire now as well, yeah.
So all I'm going to do, again, using my trusty nail polish, other brands are available. I'm just going to do exactly the same. Wrap it around. And I want to do a couple because I don't know how many I'm going to actually use, and this makes them nice and consistent.
Just while do you mind if I just bring in this wire, because we've got this kit design kind of with our golden chain. So we've got and I was measuring these as well. So we've got the larger 9mm jump rings, 100 of those in the sort of the copper colour. We've got the 8mm. And then the smaller gold ones as well. So the 6mm, the 6.5 are the gold colours, and then so you've got the other colours there as well, and then you've got the bronze wire here in the 0.8 gauge that Laura's just about to use and wrap around a nail varnish bottle, and then the autumnal. You've seen some of these on the desk. This lovely gold coloured pyrite, and those beautiful browns. So this is your fancy agate 8mm rounds, 150 carats. So these are the lovely conker reds and toffee apple reds and browns there. And then those antique, well, sort of copper coloured coated hematites I should say. Beautiful, really rich. These all work gorgeous together, don't they? I mean, I'm just looking at the colours there on your tray. They're just beautiful.
They're gorgeous.
Because you've got sort of like a rosy coloured jump ring, and then a gold jump ring, and then a bright, almost like your 24 carat gold jump ring, and then the bronzy ones. So the colours are beautiful on those jump rings, aren't they? Absolutely gorgeous.
And that's why I wanted to sort of do this version. I know I couldn't do a whole one, but just to show actually, having that exact same design.
Yeah, but
in different colours, it just
lovely.
Completely tone it down. It just makes the design look completely different.
Now this one as well, if you like the golds and the bronzes there, this is going to be $19.95, so we can create the same look, use the same chainmail techniques, but this is called our golden chain mail necklace. The other one we were doing was our disco chain. So the gold and the turquoise would be beautiful as well. That turquoise, and you can get both, mix and match them, because we took a big saving. It should be about £30, wasn't it? We've taken it down to $19.95. And don't forget our 2 chainmail DVDs. We've done them for $6.95 today. They should be $4.95 each. So again, if you want to visit other techniques, we're putting that on the bottom of the screen there as well. So this with this, and you're still saving money because again, these should be £10. This should be £30. That'll be £40. You'd be paying £26.90 for all of it, so we should be looking no more to £40 if you get that as a little set. So it's a great Christmas present as well, because I bet there's loads of people out there that actually haven't tried the chainmail.
It's a great starter set, isn't it?
It's a great starter set. Yeah,
it really is, because you've got all that variety. And I mean, I love doing chainmail, but everybody looks at designs that are available, and how to incorporate those designs. I love using a mix of designs of weaves and putting them together to create something quite sort of unique. So it's definitely an investment, and Debbie's a brilliant teacher. She can show you a lot clearer than I just
you're
did.
brilliant yourself. I mean, I just like what you said, just that wonderful, what did we do? Durango.
That's why I wrote it down.
It's rhino snorting a Durango.
Rhino snorting Drano.
Rhino snorting Drano. Flies off the tongue, that one, doesn't it? Can we rename it?
They got some amazing names for some of their weaves.
That is, just as you said, a beautiful bracelet.
But it is, and it's really lovely bracelet. You can do that using the different colours. So you could use the purple ones just to go over the eye bit, essentially. You can really sort of chop it up.
I interrupted you. I'm
sorry.
No,
you're cool. That's fine. So all I'm going to do now is just show you quickly the the earring
style,
in effect, because most of them are linked with 2-in-1 techniques. So their actual drops themselves have just been done using 2-in-1s to connect it. Yeah. What I've done here is I've wrapped my wire with the kit I had. It was 1mm, and 1mm it is stronger. Yeah. So obviously it's got a little bit more strength to it. However, like I said, get the hammer, give it a light hammer. That will strengthen it a little bit.
With our 0.8, yeah.
And for this, it's okay. So what I've done is I've just cut it, and I've just cut it using these pliers here. And so I've got a tiny little join, but it's very tiny little join, and we're going to avoid that in a minute anyway. So you can see it there. So what I'm going to do now, just put that down, is I'm just going to take another length of my wire. I don't need a massive long length because it's only going to go inside there. Make sure obviously that stone's going to go in there nicely.
Gosh, that looks beautiful with the gold.
And what I want to do now is I'm going to create, just using that Mobus technique.
Which was your 3?
Which was my 3.
Yeah.
Just going to create a quick little one.
It looks like the old ITV symbol. I'm showing my age now. Just the 3 rings. It's like a Venn diagram.
It's just put 2 together and then put 1 through the middle of the 2.
Which is your Venn diagram, isn't it? On paper.
Again, another little tiny jump, another little tiny loop. Just make that, kick it out. So you've got you're creating your own little eye pin. That being said, you do actually have eye pins in this kit. You could use the eye pins.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Because I didn't have a findings kit with mine.
We don't love you enough.
No,
you're thinking about the other kit. Yeah,
I am.
There isn't findings in this one.
I saw a stray eye pin. It was from me earlier. Sorry.
But most people have them in their stash, you know, so we can create our own.
But you don't need to, you can make it your own.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to pop that on. So you just, before I put it on, I want to go right through the centre of all 3 of the rings.
Of the loops,
so if you can see it just like that, I've gone through the centre of all 3 of them. You can see that.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to pop a bead on. And now it is going to try to go past the hook, but as soon as you've attached it to the frame, it'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Imagine there's another one on there. And then just simply repeat with a little, see I told you that was inevitable. It's just because they're a bit larger than the loop I made, but you can just make a nice larger loop. Because it's the same size as the ones I've used. And then take in your sort of ring, larger ring, pop one of the eye pins on, and then just pop the other one on. And if you've got the size right, it will just sort of go through it.
Oh, and that would have stopped my rings flopping off anyway.
Stopped the rings going off anyway. So, and that will just go on like that. Now, I know we've still got this little join here, and it is going to be a little vulnerable spot. So to avoid that, I'm positioning that little cut just to the side, and then I am going to put, could you just open 2 of those for me,
I certainly can. Thank you.
What I'm going to do is put a jump ring either side of the
Is that enough?
loop. Yeah, that'd be fine. Oops.
Oh, sorry, Dan.
Just to go on there. One there.
Tell you what, they're mighty, aren't they?
They do hurt your hands.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I can do a load of wire weave in
Me
and
too.
I'm fine. I do a couple of these and it hurts.
Yeah.
And then
They're strong, but strong is good. That's what we want.
it's what you need. You need that strength. It's because it's aluminium.
Yeah.
I'm just going to close those because otherwise they're going to run off. 1. Sorry, just placing back there. It is a little bit fiddly. It is worth taking that time. There. So they would be now linked to another one, and I would just make sure before I did that final link. See, I've lost my little, there we are, my little join. Bear in mind, like I said, I did use the 1 mil for this. So there. Now I've got my link like this. I've got my join there, and that will be fine because it's the join's well out of the way.
Yes, exactly.
And then
there's nothing hanging from that.
No, you would then just continue your
2-in-1.
2-in-1 or whatever design you wanted to do, but just make sure that that link is right out of the way. If you know, just take that bit of time to click it like it is a normal jump ring, and just hammer it, just give it a bit of strength as well. And that's all it is really, to do that link, and then it's just a matter of laying it out and building it up. And then that's all the earrings are, just 2-in-1.
Beautiful.
And like I said, I took a pair of the earring findings out of the previous kit.
Yeah.
Just to pop on the top. I would wear them out if I was
gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous, definitely.
And that's pretty much
it's beautiful. I'm hard pushed now. Do I go for the autumnal goals or do I go for the disco? I think we have to get both, don't we?
I think we should just get both.
Because once you get going, it's like I said, once you've got the technique, and I've seen lots of different techniques, you've got to have a go, and it seems fiddly at first, but then once you've nailed it, you'll be doing it in your sleep.
It is about taking the time and patience to concentrate. I know when trying to show that one, it's quite hard, but when you've got it in front of you and you sat down doing it in front of you, it builds really, really quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done all of that literally in probably.
You were doing it.
I was doing it while
minutes,
we were stood
here.
So, and then I was prepping all of the jump rings for the rest, shutting them all up and stuff. So, you know, once you've done that, you could probably do something like this. It's going to take you a couple of hours, but you know, take that time and position it. And if you think that's not going to work, then play about with it until you're happy with it. Really
cool. Lovely. Thank you very much, Laura. Laura's still doing the challenge with the Amazonite and the Jasper flowers and the silver wire, which I'm dying to see. So we'll catch up with Laura on that later on. Thank you for that, my darling. And if you can write down that
I will write it down,
snorting dragon Drano, that would be marvellous. All right, my darling. What we've got is everything coming up now for an hour that is under £10. We've still got my star buy, which is the fantastic Tanzanite, and I've got my brilliance to sneak in, but I've got a couple of bundles to do, so I'm going to head back over here and I'll leave you to it. We'll catch up with you later, darling. So walk this way, Oh, gin. Let's do a few more bundles before we start on our... And don't forget, let me just show you that Tanzanite again. Should be looking at £100 minimum. And just look at the quality of this Tanzanite, because right now as well, we used to be site owners, which meant that we had to buy so much Tanzanite every month, but now we're not. So we are able to pick and choose the grade of the Tanzanite we want to buy for you, and also the amount. Now I will say we are limited and have been for some time with the Tanzanite, but that is going to be absolutely exceptional if you are thinking about giving those luxurious gifts at the end of this year. Let's do some more copper bundles and wire bundles. This is our new two copper wire bundle, which it's new to us. It's new to me, from me to you. It's new. Which one are we talking, darling? All of it? All four? I've just said two. Oh, I see. I'm missing the point here. As it's two with a T-O-O. It's 4 bundles. It'll all become apparent. Oh, right. Well, it's a bit easier than snorting dragon Dranos. Right, copper wire bundle, new to us, but there's more than 2. Okay, are you with me so far? Good. It'll all become apparent. We've got all the gauges, 1.5 in the actual 10 meters, 0.8 in 100 meters, 0.6 in 100 meters, and 0.4 in 100 meters. So you've got all the gauges, 1 millimeter in 10, and then the 0.8, the 0.6, and the 0.4 in 100 meters. So yeah. So 10 of the 1.5, which is really, really big, as you know. But as Laura will tell us, you know, very malleable as well once you work it. And what's the difference between jumping from our 1 millimeter, shall we say, to our 1.5?
The 1.5 is a lot stronger, and it's what I would use for like cuff structures. You know, if you want to make like a necklace, so say we had with the first kit. We could have just recreated the same shape with one piece of 1.5 wire, maybe hammered it, give it a bit of texture, and it's good for things like that. You know, you can just do, you can kind of make your own findings in effect. So you could have a strip of wire and texture that, and just have some of them mixed in with gemstones. You know, I love making bookmarks with mine.
Oh yeah, your bookmarks are beautiful.
Yeah, you know,
and then you hammer those and flatten
hammer
that.
those.
And,
but you don't have to hammer it, but it is it's good for talks as well. So say
talks, brilliant.
The pendant again, I would just pop it on one of those
because of the strength of the 1.5. The talk will take any sort of drapage with things like you've just done with the chainmail and gemstones.
You could imagine that with this kit.
Yeah, that would be beautiful. Hanging from the top. Oh, gorgeous. So 1.5, 10 meters, the 0.8, 100, the 0.6, 100, and the 0.4, 100. Now to buy these all separately from JewelleryMaker, was that 60? £67.80. So if you don't mind, I'm going to round up to £68. £67.80. £68 to buy 310 metres. £68. But we're going to give you 310 metres for £49.95, so £18 saving. If you want me to be exact, £17.95 pounds saving. I'm sticking to 18, it's much easier for the brain. £18 saving. I mean, gosh, that's everything we need from our wire in terms of gauges. You know, all you're missing there is the 0.25, but that's neither here nor there because we've got the 0.4, which will be just as versatile, I would imagine, as your 0.25, isn't it? There's not a lot in it, is there?
My favourite combination is 0.4 and 1mm wire when I make my wire sculpture pendants.
Lovely.
The 0.25 is beautiful if you want that more flush look.
Yes, that's right, as we said earlier.
But 0.4, you've got Viking knit. You've got all of the gauges there to make some nice Viking knit pieces because you've got the findings to make the rest of it as well.
Now for the Viking weave, Prue in Bedfordshire. Very good afternoon to you, my darling. What wire gauge should you use for the Viking weave?
I tend to use 0.4.
0.4, we've got 0.4 for your Prue in this.
That's my favourite to use, 0.4. I do also use 0.6.
I've got 0.6 for your Prue in this bundle. I've got 0.6.
But you can go higher. I tend not to because, and I always say if you're just starting out, start out with 0.4 because you know then that it's much more flexible and you know then that you're getting your weave correctly because when you do go up to the 0.6, it does hug the sort of the daisy a bit tighter so it can be a little bit harder.
Right.
As long as you know in your head that you're doing it right, then it's, you know, it does have its own uses. We have got some projects coming out that will explain that a bit better.
But Prue, for you, I have it in my bundle. Thank you for your question. And again, if you've got any more for Laura, text us into 60777. But £49.95 should be looking at £68 for your 1.5, your 0.8, your 0.6 and your 0.4. Oof, I'm loving that. Splendorific new to you copper bundle. Now I've got a wire coiling gizmo bundle. I just dropped on the floor. It contains my wire coiling gizmo. It's my wire gizmo DVD. And my lovely autumnal toffee apple, chocolate rich, bronze copper conker, all those colours in there. Autumn shades of my agates there, 8mm rounds. Anything else I've missed out, darling? And you get both antique copper, darling. And I get these two as well. I just want to check I pick up the right things. So we get the 0.6 in the copper coloured and the 0.6 in the antique bronze as well. So everything you need. So you get 10 metres of each of those. The 0.6 and the 0.6 in the copper and the bronze. You get those beautiful autumn shades there as well of your agates, the 8mm agates there. You get your actual wire gizmo DVD and you get your coiling gizmo, which quite frankly is a must. 160 carats of the fancy agate autumn rounds there. You do need, again, and this is another great little stocking filler as well. You've got the gizmo, you've got the DVD that shows you how to do it, you've got the gems to give it a go, and the 0.6 wire to literally get started ASAP. It's gizmo-tastic. And it's JHGC14. It's a bundle we put together, so you know when we bundle, we do all that bundleicious bundleness, that we are bundling it together to give you a great saving. Yeah, and you know the DVDs are a £5 on their own. That and the gizmo, there's me £15.95. Then you get the 0.6 wire in the bronze and the copper, plus your gorgeous strand of autumnal agate. And it's all for £15.95, brand new today. That's a perfect little set, that one, isn't it?
Did you say that there was 100 metres of 0.6 in the other bundle?
Yes, I did.
So that's, well, if you've got that bundle, then it's worth getting it just for that because you've got the amount of wire that you've got in both of those bundles. It's going to keep you going for...
till next Christmas?
Yeah. And obviously if you've got the chainmail, you can make your own jump rings out of the thicker ones as well.
Exactly. So, yeah, exactly.
It's just
we've got
like a
those
whole complete
bigger
little...
gauges, yeah. Don't even need to get the chainmail down. I'll shoot myself in the foot. We'll just make our own, yeah.
Well, no, it's easier. Trust me, it's easier to have it made for you.
It is, to be honest, it is. And it's already pre-cut for you as well. So, but it's nice to think, oh, I can just make a little bit of it if I want. That lovely, what was that lovely effect with the 3? My Venn diagram, what's that one called again?
The little...
Bruno?
The rhino?
No, the one where you put the
Mobius.
3 in the 3. I like those with the 3.
Mobius.
Mobius.
It's either Mobus or Mobius. I'll clarify that when I get home.
Mobus. The Mobus effect.
I'm
I
sure
like
it's
that.
Mobus.
Mobus. We'll go with Mobus. Go on, darling. What's next? Under £10 now. Time. Let's do it. Let's fit as much as we can. I said this would be fantastic with the labradorite. And we are going to interrupt the £10 hour for the Botswana Brilliance, because you know I'm mad about it, and it'll sort of be a conclusion to the under 10, and then we have got, of course, that Tanzanite, which should be at least £100 to sell, not the worth, to sell, because it's so much worth more than that. But that'll be my star buy at the end. Now, the rose quartz. Oh, I said it looks fantastic. Whoa, with all that rose gold coloured copper wire. Yes, with the labradorite, it is sumptuous. Again, with the silvery mystic quartz earlier, those big round 12mm orbs, it'd be sensational, because these are your 12mm rose quartzes, 380 carats, HFGP 42. Just beautiful. So pretty. And again, why not mix that in with your disco chainmail project, our designer project that we've just experienced with Laura, because there's some pretty pinks in there as well. Now we're at the under £10 sensational offer, so we already know the most it's going to be is a tenner. That's the most it's going to be. But hey, last in stock, low in stock, £6.95. It's got to go. We've got so much to bring you as well. So we want, you know, this is what I call this kind of section is great for trying out the brand new gems that you haven't experienced, or those larger gems. And these are big, beautiful around. They look like candy floss balls, don't they? They're just, oh, that pretty pink. They glow from within. Gorgeous quality. And of course, as we know from Victoria, the pastels are big. Our mate Victoria, Miss Beckham. Our mate, Mrs. Beckham, she loves the pastels. Well, that's what she's featured in a lot of her designs at the moment. £6.95, HFGP 42. All right, coming up next. Sodalite. My flat round coins, although they're not flat because there is a thick dimension to them, but these are brand new. I've not seen the sodalite cut like this at all. I've seen the hearts, beautiful. I've seen rice bead shapes. But isn't that gorgeous? Because it really displays the rich princess blues in there after Princess Caroline. It does. It always reminds me of the blue and white china, definitely. With the sort of Eastern designs on there, and the little willow trees, and the little boat going across the river, and the bridges. Beautiful. Does. It looks like a fine, rich bone china. Those blue and those whites. Gorgeous. Look at the luster on there. Sumptuous. It's lovely to see them flattened and drilled through the side, because that means you're really playing up that princess blue, that mix of the sodium rich colours in there and the blues there, and those flecks, the fleckle of the white. Gorgeous. Alrighty. DLGP 14, brand new today. They're 12mm across. Under £10 hour. It's not just nudging under 10, it's way under at £6.95. There's a lot of gems on that strand as well. A lot. 5, 10. It's quick fee estimate. 15, 30. There's got to be close to 40, if not more. Beautiful. On to the next. Want to bring you as much as possible, rolling over the one poster packaging price. Now, this would be great with our first, the obelisk, the golden obelisk necklace designer special we did with Laura in the first half of the show, simply because of the colours of the green coloured quartz, the jasper that we had in there, and the ocean and the agate, as it were, because these are my flat coins as well. These would go beautifully with the flowers I know she's using, and she picked in the designer decides. So all those colours in there, they're fabulous, aren't they? Some are really clear, look at that. The coins, yeah, you can see right through them. Some are very opaque, some are green, some are pink. Some are sort of pastels of lavender, heather kind of colours. Really pretty. Fancy jasper flat coins, again 12mm, but look at the diameter, it's good, 5mm thick. And 210 carats, new today. New today. Again, with your copper wires, it just lifts them. And that's exactly what the mix that Laura worked with in an obelisk necklace. The copper just lifts the earthiness of those more subdued, more subtle colours. It enlivens it, as it were. 210 carats, JBGP 85. Thank you for your questions today. $6.95 under £7. Brilliant price. I mean, talk about under 10. It's not, like I said, it's not just nudging under at $9.95. It's a whopping drop under. And these are brand new strands. It's not even like, last in stock. These are brand new strands. Under £7. I know it's under 10, but yeah, $6.95. Crazy. Buy 2, buy 3. Get a few while you're there. Put it, mix it, match it in with the obelisk kit that we did earlier with Laura. Or gorgeous autumnal shades there. Again, as we said, would take you though into spring and the summer. Once you mix them in there, beautiful. Oh, my aventurine drops. Again, I want to put those immediately with the gold wire. Those rich greens, they just look so beautiful with the pop of red. You've got the green there, that would look so pretty, fitting in with the festive season. Gorgeous with the gold there, isn't it? Really special. Very pretty as well, if you're thinking of the inspiration from the garden. Very pretty as well with the rose quartzes, Very pretty with the rose quartzes, those pastel shades. Very pretty as well to mix in with, the orangey golds. Again, of autumn. Beautiful. Brand new today. Again, it's turned into the under £7 hour. $6.95. We had those really pretty rose gold shepherd hook earrings, didn't we? They were in my top 10. You got 40 pairs for something I think was $12.95, if memory serves me right, something like that, something crazy like that. And I just think 2 of those beautiful drops hanging from your rose gold shepherd hook earrings. I mean, that's it. That'd be so pretty, or with a little pearl, or with a little addition of a rose stardust ball there. It'd be really beautiful. $6.95, but brand new today, GHGP 52. Elegant drops. They lend themselves to flower shapes as well, don't they? Oh. Now again, a great staple. Look at these with something like your turquoise, just gorgeous. My black agate ovals. Again, a mirror-like surface there. Beautiful with your turquoise there as well. Did you manage to get those brand new mirror-like scale mails, the large scales? There was 100 of those, and once you peeled off, don't forget that temporary plastic, you got that mirror-like, and it's just something about that with these black mirror-like ovals that I think would just work in perfect harmony. The silver wire, that was number 1 in the top 10. The 0.6, I believe it was. Gorgeous. I can see the creations happening already. 180 carats, 16 by 12 millimeters. Your beautiful, rich black agate. So, any ideas? $6.95. It's the most common variety of your chalcedony family, and often you get the banded in there. But it's a gem of agreeable, persuasive, and yet prudent. So, if you want someone to be more agreeable to your ideas, if you want to persuade them with your gold, oh, it's just sumptuous. Black and gold, just love it. Yeah, just stunning, absolutely stunning. Be bold. Be prudent. Yeah, it's only $6.95, yet be bold. Put it with the gold. There you go. That's what your agate is a symbol of. Prudence, but bold. Alrighty. I've got some smashing findings now for you. Sterling silver. Think about your wire that you got, your 0.6 earlier. These are like, well, for want of alloy wheel rims, quite frankly, but far more beautiful. You'll see why I say that when you see the shape. They're called the drums. Shall I move them a bit closer to you there, Ben? Sorry, darling. Hiding them or keeping them to myself there. Did you see? There's a large diameter there as well. But if I put them on the vertical axes there, can you see the way it's like two beveled edges there, and then vertically running, you've got a textured effect on the silver, almost like the segments of an orange. So it's almost like little, not quite like the Diablos, but there's the indentation around the middle. That's why I thought of alloy wheel rims. But these aren't alloy, these are sterling silver. Yeah, beautiful sterling silver. And you get 5 of those, sterling silver. Don't forget your guaranteed return takes you all the way through to the end of January. MBA Z33, sterling 925 silver. You get 5 of those. And because they're textured and because they're solid, they're going to look very effective in your designs as well. Maybe just 2 of those capped on the top. I know I'm obsessed, but I'm obsessed with the offer we're about to give you. You just think your silver, and then just on the top there, your tanzanite. How beautiful, your earring. I mean, look at that. It's like the crowning glory on your tanzanite there, isn't it? It's going to be beautiful. How fantastic is that going to look? Gorgeous. Really lovely edge and finish to your designer jewellery. 4 of those tanzanite strands, my star buy, and I mean star buy because they should be close to £100. But £5.95 I'm on about right now for my sterling silver wheel spacers, as it were. Beautiful texturizing, solid in the making, a lot of silver in there. Limited though, and just at £1.20 each. MBA Z33. That'd be nice with some silver gizmo work as well, coiling your wire. We added those in, and the tanzanite. Alrighty. Let's bring a bit of glitz and glamour. This works perfectly with your rock chick look as well. Look at these. In fact, I want to put those with these. Look at that. Dynamic and ready to happen. Pyrite diamonds. I've mixed them in with some jasper marquises. Gorgeous. Those pyrite diamonds really catch the eye. Again, those on the top of drops, even just your tanzanite drops. Dynamic, funky pair of earrings, you know. So many ways in which we can use these. Isn't that beautiful? And some tanzanites dropping from there as well. Really eye-catching. Those pyrites are gorgeous, aren't they? Just beautiful. Layering them again, funky, very funky. Layering up because they're cut on the diameter, because they're, I should say, drilled on the diameter. You really see the shine, you really see the mirror-like luster, you really see the shape. The diamond shape is so prevalent, isn't it? Love those. Let's give you a price that's lovely. Let's make it for under £10. Ooh, hello, £5.95. Tremendous and befitting of any of the rock chick designs that we've done today. Very befitting. There is a wire extravaganza going on to my right here. I thought Laura's making a TV aerial. There's that many wires coming out from beneath the desk. It's going to be fun. She's not showing you now. I just turned over. There's this wire arm reaching towards me. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see. Right, darling. Tiger's Eye hexagons, what a treat. Oh, the richness, but I've not seen it in the hexagon shape. They look like Tiger's Eye stars, brand new today. We need to put all the coloured wires here with these babies. Yeah, how fantastic is, your Tiger's Eye gonna look with all of those. Just beautiful, I hear you cry. Yes, indeedy. Look at those. It's gotta be done. Oh, these are gorgeous, brand new today, so get it while there's stock availability. They almost look like the little stars because they are 6-sided. Look at that. Look at that for the Tiger's Eye, the chatoyancy, the banding, the chocolate-rich band, the golden stripes of heaven there. Oh, and then there's another, different from the diameter, diagonally there. Just, the holographic luster is just beautiful. The front and back, see it opening and closing, fudgical goodness there. Oh, they're stunning. I can't take my eyes off them. And they just look fantastic with all of those wires. Look at them. They do. But there's something about the movement of the chatoyancy that makes the six-sided hexagon almost looks star-like, almost makes the star point, almost makes the angular points look like star points. Does that make sense? The way in which it's moving, the light. Yeah, it's beautiful. What a bonus. Oh, it's like pure liquid gold. You've got to get these. Get several. $6.95. Such a steal. Oh, it's just noises now. Do you know what they would be beautiful with the autumnal, the golden chainmail kit that we did with Laura. You know, obviously she was demonstrating with the disco mail, the golden one with those banded agates and the golden coloured hematite, and then all the bronze, gold and copper coloured jump rings. Oh my word, that would be stunning, absolutely stunning. So a couple of those hanging down from the Durango snorting dragon one, beautiful. But the Mobis, I like the Mobis, the 3-in-1 Venn diagram one. That's the one I can remember, you see. I like that one. $6.95, brand new today. Don't miss out. 150 carats. I can't remember if I've ever seen the hexagon cut tiger's eye like that. It's delicious. Lightning stripes of pure gold going through them. Oh, definitely get that one home. You got to the 31st of January, don't forget. Definitely get those home and see them. Beautiful. Got to move on. Love to stay on those. They would be great with my Botswana coming up. Blue coloured coated quartz. 85 carats of excellence. Again, the gold and the blue, it's the emulation of the sky, isn't it? It's going to be stunning. Oh, yeah. Just works it with the rose gold as well, doesn't it? I mean, I'm just thinking of your findings at home there, your metals that you're working with. Just beautiful. It just lends itself. Oh, it really lights up with the silver there, didn't it? So until you start to try and mix it, you don't really see it. Just really, the illumination off the silver was captured by the clarity of that quartz. It just moved up a notch, isn't it? It's funny how some precious metals just really just work better with certain gems, and we all have a preference, but there's just something where it's a match made in heaven until you put them together. This is 85 carats of the clearest blue, the brightest sky blue quartz, and faceted. So we've got loads of sparkle. Oh, and a bit of tasselage thrown in as well. 18 cents. This is going under £10. I've only just realised what I'm doing. Under £10. That is chocolata. $6.95. I've just, I suddenly halfway through the presentation realised the strap line that I'm in, the moment that I'm in, the section that I'm in, under £10. And we're actually not just under £10, we've taken it down to $6.95. Crazy talk. Get two. You know what I'm going to put it with? Put it with the blues and the purples of your tanzanite drops. Oh, have them hanging down with your silver as well. Oh, heaven. Hold on, let's get the silver in there as well. Some silver findings. Oh, Chimakuchi. Oh, that's going to look beautiful. Perhaps you hadn't thought of perhaps putting the blues with because you've got the blues and the purples in your tanzanite, so it lends itself to the blue sides of the gems and the purples of, the amethyst, it just lends itself. That'd be gorgeous, wouldn't it? Maybe it's just me. I just think that would be beautiful. $6.95. Oh, absolutely unmissable. Unmissable. That's a wicked offer. Yes, darling. Let's do, yes, these fantastic Dalmatian jasper marquises. I held them up there with the pyrite. What was shaped with the pyrites? They were the little diamonds, that's it. I love, love, love these. So dynamic. You'll get so many compliments if you wear these in your jewellery because they're so unusual. Yeah, they've kind of got that sort of tortoiseshell look. It is, as the name suggests, like the Dalmatian dogs. They're as rare as the Dalmatian dogs. Do you know what I mean? It's just not something you see very often. You don't see many of those, lovely breed of dogs very often, do you? And when you do, they really catch your eye, don't they? And the same's true of the Dalmatian jasper. It's just that very distinctive gem that is so beautiful and really catches your eye. It's a very elite pedigree, but instantly instantly your eye is drawn, and instantly you think, oh, I love that. Those with those brand new trapezoid agates we had earlier, or the agate drops, the black, just gorgeous, aren't they? Any of your black gems there, really beautiful. Yeah. Wow, that's a steal. I'd be sorely tempted because it's not an off, you know, Laura will tell you as well as a regular, it's not a guest we see regularly on the show. So, you know, if you're very, very taken with the look of the Dalmatian Jasper, and you should be, and I hope you are, then please get a couple of those strands while there is the availability, because she's not a regular guest on the show, but so beautiful, so beautiful. I love it. And of course, you know, the animal print, you'll see a lot of the zebra print and the leopard skin again. I've seen it in the shops again this winter. So again, it's fitting in with the animal print theme there. $6.95. Go on, love. Bundleicious bundleness. I just had the silver wire with that beautiful blue quartz. So let's do a silver bundle. Let's do the last of my wire bundles. Because I had an antique bronze there. We've not got to that. We're not getting to that. Yeah. Okay, darling. Just checking I'm picking up the right thing here. The silver wire bundle there. I just thought it looked so amazing with that blue coloured quartz there. But I digress. Here it is. And of course it is your 0.6 and your 0.8. It's a double duo. That is a dynamic duo like Batman and Robin. Brilliant combo. We had it in the gold earlier. Laura was, you know, explaining the virtues to us. You can just about do it, just about anything with all of that. And because you got the 200 meters, and of course we took money off so that you got a big fat juicy saving. Now these ones together, you're looking, because it's your silver plated copper wire, £35, $34.95. $34.95. It is silver plated copper wire. But for your 0.6 and your 0.8, $29.95. How much should they be again? I know I've just said it. 34. So again, another £5 saving for you there on the silver. And again, don't forget on Wednesday, myself and my producer Philip, we've got a winter wonderland section. So we're thinking icicles and snow and the winter gemstones as well. We're going to do a gold and a kind of a silvery white look. So this would be beautiful. I'm thinking pearls, white quartz, that silver white quartz earlier, icicle drops, your Christmas decorations. This is what you can do with the 0.8 and the 0.6. Yeah, the lovely birds that Alison made and showed us on, I mean, that will hopefully be uploaded on YouTube now, our masterclass there. The jump rings, you know, the bookmarks. We can do so much with these big cogs of wire there. And we've taken it down to $29.95. This is silver plated, don't forget. And you should have been looking at, well, it was more, wasn't it more than $34.95, darling, for the silver plated? Wasn't it 36 or something? Wasn't the original price of the two more than $34.95? Oh, it was as little as that then. Okay, $29.95. I'm increasing prices here. Well, silver does go up. So what can I say? Okay, it's 4:30. Now this is my one of my all-time favourite gems. I'm going to give everybody the opportunity to experience it for the first time ever. For those of you who love it, and I know there was a lady on Facebook, the name just escapes me, saying you want to see more Botswana. It's my Botswana Brilliant section, especially for you. Oh, I feel like there should have been some music. Right, I'm going to start my largest. I'm going to get my notes out here so I know exactly what's what. So these are my big Botswanas, aren't they? This is 500 carats. Yeah, 5 centimeters by 2.5. Oh my goodness, look at these. In fact, I'm going to show you, I'm going to be naughty. I'm going to show you a selection of the Botswanas because I want you to get plenty, and I've got to get through them all. So I'm just going to show you the variety of what I'm going to bring you. The beauty, so you can choose to have a couple, you can choose to have one or two, or all of them. Is that all of them? Have I picked them all? There we go. Look at these, you see, in the silvery whites there as well. Now look at that for absolutely sensational beauty. The range, the stunningness, just unmissable. Just unmissable. My favourite. Now these are my biggest there. I'm going to start with those. Okay, I'll bring you all of those. Look at this. Look at that. Think of your wire wrapped pendant. $11.95. Look at that. Look at that. Now these are your agates formed so slowly, your richest of your agates, your most royal of your agates, 5 centimeters by 2.5. One layer of the silica quartz layered upon the other. Literally, the banding, it's the degree of the banding, it's the extra fine finesse of the banding which makes these so special, so royal, so beautiful, so unique and so desirable. They're absolutely exquisite. The sunset reds in there, the warm pinks, the apricots, the chocolates, the layers of the silver, you know, the colours, the patterns, they just instantly draw you in. I mean, how beautiful are the gemstones I'm showing you there, front and back. They are exquisite and all uniquely different. And this is why it's the most celebrated, the most royal of those banded Botswanas. So they are my biggest at $11.95, VWP049. I mean, just, you could ask someone, just pick your favourite and I'll wire wrap it, or I'll put it on the, you know, the leather. I mean, even just a massive statement ring, I know. Just stunning. So you've got that layering, that fortification of the layering, which gives you the beauty and the uniqueness. I've got to move on, haven't I? Because I've got so many to get through. Go on then. Here's my next one. Is the rectangles. 460 carats. Again, equally beautiful, all with a part to play, all very distinctive. So imagine now, and again, you're just looking at the colours there, the wires we could wrap with them, the bronzes and the pinks there. Just goes beautifully with the wire wrapping, doesn't it? They would look fantastic. So the royalty amongst your agates for the collectors, because you've got the molten liquid of your lava rolling across the landscape. It creates these little pipes, these little pockets. It's a perfect breeding ground, if you like, for the agate crystals to form. And you get these natural flows, you know, of this banded prized gemstone from Botswana near to the Molutsu River. It's also close to where they found traces of diamonds in the Orapa diamond mine, which is still in existence today. So just uniquely beautiful and delightful to engage in and to look at, and just wrap them, tap them, unwrap them, love them, gaze at them, mesmerize yourself in them. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous. I mean, you can't draw beauty like this. Look at that. The reds, the silvers. Look at that for the wave. Look at the light behind them. There's ochre yellows there. Look at that. It's like some kind of tropical fish. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. WCP007. It's my Botswana brilliance. Try it and see. You've got an extended money back guarantee to the 31st of January now to really see why I'm mad as a hatter about the exquisite beauty, and the silvery greys in there as well. I mean, beautiful. Look at those silvers with your silver as well. I'm not just going for the warmer colours. Look at that. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Okay, without further ado, my puffy ovals. It's all right, I've taken them out of all the boxes, so that means nothing to me. 230 carats, 18 by 30. So I've got my nuggets, which are later, the other 14 by 10 and the 14 by 14. These are 18 by 30, so these are the biggest of the three. Yeah, these are these. Look at those. Now, it just goes to show you again, look at these. Look at the feather-like banding on there. How stunning. So you've got this incredible, I mean, hey, say again. A guinea fowl feather, yeah. Beautiful. Stunning, isn't it? They do look like feather-like. Just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And that's when you get these gas bubbles that get trapped in the solidifying lava, and you get these silica-bearing waters in there as well, which, you know, with the lava, and it all gets this wonderful gem then that loses the water and it crystallizes, and that's what leaves the bands intact. And oh, you get these striking forms which are never more beautiful or striking than in Botswana, and that is why we've got to have it. KKG P41, and name, well, discovered, we believe, back in Grecian times from the river Achates, which is where you get the agate name, but it's part of the Chalcedony family. So just a gem of the prudent, the bold, the persuasive, the agreeable. Oh, just amazing. Amazing that it doesn't get disturbed again and that this crystal forms. £9.45, beautiful. See the beauty, trust me in the beauty, witness the beauty, 3 months to observe that beauty. If you don't think that it's everything I've said and then some, you know you got your money back guarantee. KKGP 41. All right, moving on to the next one, which is, darling, 135 carats, the 14 by 10, and then I've got my, right, I want to pick up the right one. So I've got two choices here. One's they're the coins, right? I've got it. Okay, got it, darling. It's all become clear now. Look at these again. It's really which ones, which size, which shape. You've got the beauty, you've got the quality, you've got the Botswana, you've got the agate there, you've got the wonderful volcanic rock with its microcrystalline variety of that silica and the chalcedony, and you've got the fineness of the grain and the fineness of the banding. Just look at those, they're stunning. Let's try it out. Let's try it out today. Everyone needs Botswana in their life. We need more than one strand though. All I did with some beautiful Botswana is just simply stranded them on stretchy, and that was it. So beautiful. And they £7.45. We want you to try it and give it a go and get it in your life. You think of that first kit. This would look beautiful with those earthy tones that Laura was working with as well, autumnal tones. They're almost, they're so bright, they're so individual, they're so distinctive. There's nothing to touch them. They're the most highly prized of your agate family, the most royal, most beautiful. And I want you to trust me on this. I want you to use them, love them, wear them. Mix them in with your wire coiling gizmo kit, because you have those lovely conker rich browns and of the agates there, with your wire gizmo DVD and your wire gizmo coiling gizmo, and it came with 2 of those wires there. Do you remember it? Might still be available. It was a fantastic bundle for $15.95 if memory serves me right, and you got your DVD and your gizmo there. So, you know, mix that all in. Mix it in. Right, I'm going to move on. 615 carats of the nuggety goodness. Oh, again, look at these two. Look at these two. You don't get that kind of variety in a gem. One looks like feathers, and look at the linear movement of the other one. Look at that. Look at the two of them. That looks like snowflakes at night time. And then the other one, I don't know, a plane's just gone across the horizon and left that white streak. It's just got, and then look at it next to it. Rich homemade lemonade. I mean, they're all just stunning. That's why you've got to get Botswana in your life. It's got to be done. Look at them. They're heaven sent. They're a gift from the gods. They truly are. They are touched by himself. I'm sure of it. Was it Mr. Bublé said about Elvis? His throat was kissed by God, truly. Well, these have been kissed by God, truly, because they are stunning. They are stunning. You know I'm a big Elvis fan, so you know that's true. Well, you know it's your favourite Elvis song this Friday at 9 o'clock, so you know what I'll be watching, and Mr. Bublé's on it. Talking about the king. These are the king of agates. Oh, I've got to move on. The how much? What's going on? You can't giveth and taketh. 615 carats for $11.95. We'll bring that back. $11.95, 615 carats, $11.95. FEG, fee, Egan, FEG, P04. Right, and my last but not least, my little coins. They're not little, they're puffy, they're beautiful, they're round, they're great for your bronze, silver, and I mean, look at that, it's got it all. It's ready to rock and roll with your wire because it covers the whole gamut. You've got your silvery colours in there, you've got your coppery reds in there, you've got your chocolate tones in there. Botswana goes with everything. And that's why you've got to get it. And it's the most royal and the most beautiful. It's the Elvis of the agate world. That's what I'm fixating on here. So beautiful. Now this could be, you could argue, is the one to try. DHGP42. Beautiful. Just try it out and see. Remember that money back guarantee is till the 31st of January. Look at that banding. Look at the colours there. How beautiful. Look at those. Oh my, you'll be looking at them all day. Gorgeous. I've got to move on. I hope you enjoyed my Botswana brilliance. We're going to do now my star buy. Should be close to £100. Stop by. Stop by. Yeah. It is time for the star buy. Oh my word. Whether you want to put it with gold or silver, oh, whatever you want to put it with, it is sumptuous. It is, of course, tanzanite. I mean, just look at these. I'm going to put the colour background there. Goes with it all, doesn't it? Goes with your gold. Majestic with your gold. Majestic with the pinks. Beautiful as well with your silvers. Think about your findings. Tanzanite goes with the whole lot. Now, we've got 175 carats in total. Now, I've got my ovals. This is 35 carats of tanzanite in an 18 centimetre strand. These are my ovals that are about 5 by 3 by 9 by 7. I've then got my drops, my graduated drops, 65 carats, could be up to 70. Beautiful. I've then got my faceted pairs, 2 by 2 by 2, 25 carats upon the strand. There is at least 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26, 28 of those pair faceted drops. I've then got 45 carats of my graduated pairs as well. Plain drops. So 4 amazing strands, even at £25 each. That's £100. Now the reason this tanzanite is so darn good and so gorgeous and so beautiful is because we're no longer, we used to be a tanzanite site owner, which meant we were subjected to having to buy so much tanzanite each month and make it into jewellery, which isn't a problem. But now that we're not, we can actually visit the Merilani mines, which we were in last autumn, in August, in the summer, sorry, and we can actually pick and choose from any of the mine owners. So we can be more selective. So we can say, you know what, I'm not interested in that grade, I want the deeper grade, I want the premium grade, I want the double plus, I want the darker, richer colours, which I know our audience are more interested in. I want the more clear clarity, so I can give the faceted pair drops in there. I mean, this is a tanzanite bundle that will really send your jewellery making searing for your own private enjoyment, but also for selling purposes as well. How much would a pair of tanzanite drop earrings cost you? How much would a cascade tanzanite necklace? And I'm so sorry, I don't know, we couldn't find Linda's necklace, but if you watch Saturday's show, you'll have seen it, and she used a fraction of it with silver findings. On our Facebook, it should have been loaded up anyway, so that hopefully will inspire you further. But this collectively is 175 carats. So we're looking close to £100 separately. You know, close to £100 to buy these separately from JewelleryMaker. Okay, but we're going to give you a sensational offer. I'm just very briefly, you can hang fire with me. I'm just going to count up. I said there was about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26, 28. Remember 28. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, 48. Remember everybody, 48. 5, 10, 15, 20, 68, remember everybody, okay? This is a quick guesstimate, okay? 68, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so 68, 25, 80, 93, 95, because there's definitely more than that. So close to 95 individual tanzanites. Should be looking at close to £100. So shall we argue £1 per carat, £1 per gem? So there's about 95 gemstones there. Even at £1 each, that should be 95. Imagine paying £1 for a tanzanite, please. £1. 175 carats. Boom! As Dave says, 64.95. Wouldn't you pay that for a 25 carat tanzanite bracelet? You've seen it. I've seen it. Tanzanite prices are hanging steady in the high numbers. We saw the prices rise recently. That is working out, if there's 95 collectively, and that was a quick fifi guesstimate, so there could be more, that's working out at 68 pence per tanzanite. Where do you know anyone that can deal you something like that? Give you a deal as good as that. You know, if this is a little bit more than you're thinking, but you want the tanzanite, go halves with a friend. Go halves with a friend. Split the strands. You know, choose 2 strands each, or, you know, if you're dividing the carat weight, have half of each strand. What would you do with these tanzanites, Laura? What wouldn't you do, lovely?
Wow, I always say this, I always feel like a bit cliche whenever I see drops like that, but I would just do clusters of it. I'd have them hanging off a chain.
Drapage.
I wouldn't have them hidden by anything. I would maybe have them hanging from maybe a wire frame. I do a pendant where, you know, you have a woven section, just have cascades of gems, something like that, you know, so you can still see the beauty of the stone.
Like that lovely, and we had that lovely round chain earlier. Do you remember Silver just had the drops hanging, had them hanging as little drop charms, waterfall drops. You could even do those, what do you call those invisible...
like the illusion
necklaces with the faceted drops there.
Yeah, and the thing
twinkling.
is, I mean, is it a birthstone?
December's birthstone.
So it's December's birthstone. So if you think, obviously December's next door.
Yeah.
You know, and what you could do is just one drop on a charm bracelet or something.
I know, to finish
so a little bit of sterling silver chain. One drop.
One drop.
And that's all you'd need.
Build up the bracelet. Yeah, that's all it means. They've got some turquoise coming up on Monday as well. And of course, in our Winter Wonders on Wednesday, we'll hopefully bring you all. Oh, I'm on Monday. Sorry, I get obsessed with it. It's me on Monday, isn't it? I'm with you Monday, 1 till 5. Yeah, we're doing our Winter Wonderland on Monday. Nice. But please don't miss out on this offer, because I guarantee you, I've seen the evaluations from our sister channel. I've seen the jewellery that you've made. I've seen people sell jewellery at 100% markup from what they paid at the tanzanite and other gemstones. You've got to think of the value we're going to get out of this if we're making our jewellery to sell, but also the value we're getting ourselves. You know, to keep this jewellery and the beautiful tanzanite jewellery we are making ourselves with inspirational designers like Laura and Linda and Sheila and, you know, Mark, and the fraction that we could use. And a tanzanite pair of earrings, wouldn't they be well worth paying £20 for? Minimum for 2 beautiful drops. But at £65, you're getting nearly, over 95 individual gemstones. 1,000 times rarer than the diamonds, 1,000,000 to 1 to ever find tanzanite on the planet again. You're getting so much for so little there. I'd split it with a mate, you know, and you've got your money back guarantee, of course, till the 31st of January. Oh, Laura Lou.
Right, so I haven't quite finished it.
Oh, this was the aerial arms of wire that came out.
Yeah, they're not arms of fire anymore, are they?
They're beautiful. Oops. This is your Amazonite drops, designer decides, and in the hour we had together, well, we've been with each other all day, but
sorry.
You chose that's all right, darling. You chose the 0.6 wire, you chose the jasper flowers and the Amazonite drops.
Yeah, so I'm just going to mirror the other side.
I see. So this, imagine.
Yeah. That's just half of it. So that's just the first half, and then obviously I was going to mirror the second half of it as well.
You've only done this in an hour, for crying out loud, you know.
Yeah, I was tidying up as well.
Exactly. So look, wrapped your flowers there, and then we cheekily had a little bit of the mirror scale mail, because I said, go on, love,
so I thought I'd best.
So you're going to mirror that.
Just another couple. It's just a nice little, you know, imagine that on a Friday night or something, you know.
It's stunning, Laura. I can. You have to finish that now.
I know, no pressure. I'm on it.
Our wire twisting tools are at the bottom. Now, can I apologise? Was it Prue? No, it wasn't Prue. Who was the lady?
Raymond and Joanna.
Raymond and Joanna wanted to see how to. Joanne. Raymond and Joe. You wanted to, and we promised we would. Ours has gone kaput. We couldn't find it. Our wire, the wire twisting tool. We were going to show you how to demonstrate. When are you with us again, darling?
Next Thursday, so I'll try and show it then.
We'll get you one in the building,
Okay,
basically.
cool.
I'm so sorry. We didn't forget Joanne and Raymond. The wire twisting tool. We'll get one in here for Thursday.
Yeah.
We'll ask Laura to demonstrate
Demo it
it because I was really keen to see it as well because I've seen it explained. Oh, and once more for good measure, Batana! Brilliant for whoever asked for that request. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for all your hard work. We'll see you Thursday.
Yeah.
We'll get a tool for
Next
you for Joanna
Thursday.
and Raymond. Yeah, and I'll see you Monday. But I don't want you to go anywhere. I don't want you to go anywhere. Come over here, sir. We've got the lovely Ed with us, darling. What can we expect tonight? What can we expect tonight?
Miss it, miss out, spectacular, of course.
Fantastic.
Non-stop deals. I know Laura Bynum's going home to purchase.
I'll be home by 8 o'clock for a change.
I know. Yeah,
There
usually
you
in the
go,
wee
so you
hours.
can take advantage of all the deals in our final hour.
Definitely.
It's going to be a big one.
Going to be a big one. So we'll stay watching so we can roll over the one postage and packaging price. Anything that's really caught your eye tonight?
Launching the show with a premiere strand. It's pretty exciting.
Oh.
How
Launching the show
Laura Bynum's
with a premiere. I know the wire
work.
work's been brilliant. Ed is going to launch the show at 5 o'clock with a premiere strand that no one's seen before. So you have to stay tuned for the evening show 5 till 9. Sometimes I think it's Britain's best kept secret. People don't know that we're live 5 till 9 as well.
And we're on channel
50.
Channel 50.
Channel 50, yes. And I was given the message. Exactly.
round it.
If you're having trouble with the retune your box.
Reboot your box.
Reboot your
that's
box.
it, yeah.
If it's appearing on channel 63 and we're saying channel 50, reboot your box because you'll have the pleasure of Ed now on the evenings.
What a
between 5.
pleasure.
I mean,
What a pleasure,
life
ladies.
doesn't get any better.
It doesn't.
Do you know what I mean? Thank you to Laura. We'll see you Thursday.
welcome.
I'll see you Monday. We'll see Ed in a few minutes with a premiere strand. Thank you for watching and keep your texts coming in because I know he'd love your company tonight as well.
Definitely. It's your show.
It's your show and I'll see you on Monday. Don't forget we've got our Winter Wonderland Buy That Botswana and your Tanzanite.
Here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, we are happy to announce that our studio store is now open. If you attend any of our courses, you can now browse through special items, get exclusive discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Become an exclusive customer at the studio store. For more information on available courses and dates, please contact our call centre. The new studio store. The experience just got better.
Buying jewellery online from us has just become even easier with our new streamlined checkout service. We've made some little changes to make our website more accessible.